Dio's starting with an expensive mic. How much is it? Has an expensive mic?
Great question. I don't even know what model this is. It was more expensive when we bought it than it probably is now.
Hot, hot. Well, Dio, you may have guessed by now, but we have started.
Oh,
Gorilla,
we've started?
gorilla starting. That's right. That's right. That's what I
Oh.
like to do. That's what I like to do. I like to trick folks into starting. You know what I mean? Just so I can catch
Yeah.
them in their the realness. We're all about the
Yeah.
real at Good Morning New York City. How are you, Dio? I haven't talked to you in 40 years.
I didn't realize it had been that long. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people where I can
People.
not speak to you for 3 months and then I'll be like, so what I was saying earlier was, and I'll just continue a conversation that happened 3 months ago and not realize that that's a completely insane thing to do.
Wow. I'm more offended that you called yourself a person. We don't have people down here. Okay? I
Well,
don't allow people. All right?
what is the gender neutral term for being?
Blinks. Oh my god, can we be called blinkses? I feel like X is a very gender neutral thing. Just add an X somewhere.
You got to be careful saying that because if you say that and Elon Musk hears, he's gonna join our side, and
Oh,
I need him to
never
stay on the
mind.
enemy
I
team.
forgot about that one. Oh my gosh. I just downloaded an app, which I should remember the name of because it's useful, but it's an app that tells you all of the businesses and where they give their money to, and all of the businesses that are giving their money to Republican corporations. And
You.
y'all, I want to let you know it's bleak. It's bleak out there. All every store you've ever shopped at
Yeah.
donates, likes guns, hates gay people and black people and brown people. It's
I
not looking
think
good.
that we should. I think we should give guns to black, brown, and gay people.
Yeah, there he goes. There we go. There we go.
And defend
Um,
equality.
but you know,
Respect existence or expect
there you
resistance.
go. There you go. This is what happens when you marginalize 1% of the population, less than 1% of the Anyway, um, yeah, let's. So welcome to Good Morning New Hell City after 18 years. What's your favorite part about New Hell City,
Hello.
Dio?
Oh. Uh, that is. I really like the TTRPG section.
Mm.
I rarely actually comment in there, but I really like the share video channel.
Oh,
Where
really?
everybody posts their cool music that they find, and then I listen to it so that I don't live under a rock anymore. Because you remember like a year ago when I was like, so I just listened to WAP for the first time, and you're like, where have you been? I'm
That
like,
is that was shocking. That was very shocking. But
yeah.
maybe you are literally under a rock. I don't know
I
your
know.
living situation. You might live under a rock.
It, well, I do live in the basement now. I've got basement scenery.
I mean, in that case, there is a rock above you at some point.
Hmm.
So there you go. If y'all hadn't
Yeah.
guessed, if y'all hadn't guessed, my guess today is A. Wait, let me count it really quick. is A. You have a lot of hellies. Is
25.
it? No, it's more than that. You're in the
Oh
30s.
God.
Is
Oh
A
fuck.
39-time Helly Award winner.
39. That's 10
30
more than the years I am old.
39-time Helly Award winner. Let me tell you this track record really quick. 2020, 6 wins. 2021, 28 nominations and 10 wins. 2022, 32 nominations and 6 wins. 2023, 31 nominations and 10 wins. And 2024, 33 nominations and 7 wins. 2025, we have 60 nominations and counting. We will get to that. We will get to all of that. But our guest today is the incomparable, the legendary, the Dio.
Yay. Woo. Applause sounds.
Applause sounds. Yeah, do we have a soundboard? Applause sounds. Someone do applause sounds. I don't know. Oh, they can only happen
I
in
don't know.
bonfire. I don't know. Whatever. I don't do technology. Anyway, what is so you told us what your favorite section is. What's your favorite channel?
My favorite channel
You can be
specifically,
biased if you want to.
I think I will be biased. I might be one of the main chats for one of the TTRPGs I'm in,
Yeah.
honestly. I do like not So I can tell you right now, not my least favorite channel, but a channel that I should like, but I don't like as much as I do, is like the arcade gamer chat. I every
Oh yeah.
every day at some point they start talking a lot of stuff, like it's like 15 messages a minute
Mhm.
about something I don't understand. So I go and I hit the mute for 3 hours. But
That channel is completely held together by three members, which is
yeah, it's
so
always the same
hilarious.
ones.
It's
Yeah.
the same
Uh,
folks.
I
So
don't know if you saw the other day though, but Colonel pinged me specifically to talk about Thief, and I spent like a
I
half an
did see that.
hour ranting about it again.
So what would you give the this is off topic, but what would you give the Thief remake out of 10?
The
The remake.
the Thief remake that like is the one that I played on stream, right? Not
Yeah,
they
that one.
haven't remade it, have they?
No,
Okay.
no, no. No, they didn't pull that one
See,
out of the depths. That one didn't
thank
make it.
God. Thank God. But it's really hard for me to say because the reason that I hate it so much is because every part of that game should be like perfect, but it's just got like one little thing that annoys the ever living piss out of me. So it's just like one little thing. Every single mechanic has one little thing that
Hmm.
annoys me to no end. So I can't really enjoy it because it should be a 10 out of 10. It should be the perfect game. I should love that game. That should be my favorite game of all time. But instead, every time I play it, I get so angry. I get so angry, Fire.
I don't blame you.
So
I remember that
I don't
game. Go ahead, give it a rating.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because it should
Okay,
be perfect, but they settled for mid, and I hold that personally against everyone who worked on the game.
that's fair. That's fair. Um, they that game I remember. That's one of the only games where I really enjoyed the first like 5 minutes of that game, and then I was like, oh, this game sucks. I've never experienced that where I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool, and
Did
then
you
none of
play through the whole game, or did you like
absolutely
quit?
not,
Oh,
absolutely not.
okay. Well, here's the thing: is because like. Yeah, the first 5 minutes is pretty good, you know, getting through the tutorial stuff. Once you've already been through the tutorial stuff, you're like, oh yes, I know. I
Hmm.
push A here. I jump. I have to hit the sprint button. I get it. Like, move on, queen.
Hmm.
But halfway through the game completely goes off the rail from the usual sneak around do thiefy stuff. Like you go into the sewers and there's like a thief chapel there and there's a monster baby that is in the sewers. And then there's like another thing where you have to like go it gets crazy, Fire. It gets
It's so
crazy.
tough. I think it's because like it came out around the time that I was really getting into Assassin's Creed, so I was like, oh, first person Assassin's Creed, sign me up.
Yeah,
And
I've
it's
seen a
not
lot of
that.
people compare it to Dishonored, and I do really think that that is the reason that Thief didn't
Totally.
I think they
Totally.
rushed it is what I'm saying. It's because Dishonored I think came out and they were like, oh, if we take too long, everyone's gonna think that we're just ripping off Dishonored.
Yeah.
So we need to push this out right now when they should have gone and polished and worked out all of the little gnats that they had in there. Like the fucking mini map is absolutely
So bad. It's
abysmal.
so bad. It's so
Like, why
bad.
would you make a map of the streets when you literally cannot travel the streets?
No,
You
it's
have
so
to
dumb.
travel by rooftop.
What's the point? Why is there a map anyway? It just all of
And
it
it
was dumb.
spins.
Yeah, all of it was dumb. All of it
Yeah.
was dumb, and I just don't think that it was like. I just don't think there was like a time when we needed that game, low key, or maybe it's like before Dishonored. Maybe the time was before Dishonored.
I I no, I think it came out because we were talking about it. I think they said it came out 2 years after.
Oh, because
I'm
Dishonored
Googling it
isn't
now.
really a sneaky game. It can be if you want it to be, but that's kind of not
Yeah.
exactly the point. So it was like it, it just felt not removed enough to be like, ooh, here's a first person sneaky game. Because you also have like your first person jump around game. You have Mirror's Edge. You have
So yeah, Dishonored, the first Dishonored game came out in 2012.
oh
Thief came out in 2014.
yeah, I remember that. I remember
So I really think that Dishonored came out and they were like, we have to push this out or they'll think we're ripping them off, which everybody thought anyways. So you should have taken like 2 extra years, really polished it, really gave it a good spit shine, and then come out before Dishonored 2. Like,
I mean, I always say like everyone was shitting on Days Gone. They're like, why in the world are you putting out a zombie game when everyone hates zombies at this point? It was like right when
yeah,
zombie fatigue was happening and The Last of Us
yeah,
had come out, and they're like, we have this Days Gone game that we've been working on way too long, and it came out and it sold really well. I don't know that and it reviewed sort of well-ish, but I was like, you know what? It still did fine. They ended up
yeah.
remastering it, you know.
And
believe.
if you're gonna put the effort into your game to make it good enough to not just sit on the things that have come out around the same time, people will appreciate that. Even
Yes.
if they don't like zombie games anymore, or even if they're kind of tired of sneaky games, or even if it
Mm-hmm.
seems like a Dishonored ripoff, like I really think that they should have polished it up and just put it out before Dishonored 2, basically.
Well, we will
Then everybody would have
certainly.
been like, this is the Dishonored game we wanted. This is
Mm-hmm.
the sequel we wanted.
That's
And
right.
they would have been like, oh, yay.
That's right. And we will never know because we will never see anything from Thief again.
Yeah,
So,
I have gone back and played the original game at this point, but
okay.
obviously it is very, very old, and things like the graphics don't really hold up. And of course, the first thing that I did was found out that if you do a little controller jiggle, right? If you hook up a controller instead of a keyboard and you do a little controller jiggle, you can glide across the floor directly in front of or behind guards, and they won't hear you because doing the little jiggle does not count as a step, and they can only hear steps. Very fun.
I was about to say,
I like cheating.
how do you plug in a controller to a microwave to play that game? Or a
Uh, I've,
calculator?
I've, I've got it on Steam. You know,
Oh, made
it's
it to
definitely
Steam.
one of those. Yeah, I've definitely got. It's definitely one of those games where it's like Doom. You could probably actually run it on a couple of potatoes hooked up to a
Yeah,
screen.
or just make it yourself or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Next question. Do I look gorgeous today?
you always look gorgeous,
Thank you.
Fire.
I love how quickly you answered that. Now, my next question is written as what does your NHC apartment look like these days? But I'm pretty sure what does your NHC mansion look like these days?
Well, I have recently decorated it, redecorated it with more large, inconspicuous bushes that you can tuck bodies into.
That's okay. That's
Completely
good.
unrelated. My mansion is absolutely set up as an obstacle course for anyone who might want to steal my helis. You will have to stealth your way past my security system. And if you manage to make it there, the floor does just give out from underneath you. Now, it doesn't. It does drop you into a pit of lava. And the bolts that stop it from doing that whenever I go in to actually enjoy my helis does not hold up, and I have been dropped into the lava 3 times.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Thankfully, you are a demon of fire descent, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Here's the great thing about NHC is that when you're rich, you're allowed to kill people, and no one can stop you.
I mean, if look, there's 2 types of stealth. There's either no bodies for the guards to find or no guards to find the bodies. And if you fall into the lava and, completely are burned away, then you were never there and you can't prove it.
That's correct. So
You,
check.
especially if you stealthed past all my security cameras, obviously my security cameras would have caught you. So
That's
there's no proof that you were ever here.
So go check out Dio's obstacle course or lava
Yeah.
pit, depending on
Yeah.
how you do. Quick question. Let's talk about the cryptids. Is there any way to stop them?
I did try, and I even hired that cute little cartoon guy. Well, actually, you hired that cute little cartoon guy, Sarasano, and then he just vanished. I assume the cryptids got him,
Probably.
and definitely wasn't me going on like permanent hiatus.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Sure, he was last seen in my conservatory, but
But things happen.
but yeah.
Okay, I have done more research for this interview than any other ever before.
I'm sorry, I made you read.
No, yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Actually, I was about to be like, it's okay. It's not okay. You know how I feel about reading. It's not okay. Let's talk
I do.
about your helis from the years 2022 to 2024, and then we'll
The
go
last
about
time that we spoke.
the last time we spoke, 47 years ago. So
Yeah.
travel all the way back to 2022. I think we had a good president. I can't remember. Oh, did we?
I've slept since then, so like
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. A white person was president at that time. That one I know. So you were nominated. How many times was it? Can we skip these? No, we can't. You were nominated 28. No, sorry, wrong one. 32 times.
goodness.
32 times. And yeah, although for some, this is because I'm on the wrong one. I was like, why does it say 16? 32 times. So let us go on this journey together. Your first one. was for best NHC meme for something called Bean. Oh my god, you're not gonna remember any of this.
Oh,
Because
it was the beans. I think I still have the beans picture.
never mind, you do remember this stuff. Okay,
Yeah, of course I do. This was because I was talking about how kids these days, their memes are so unhinged. And yeah, somebody found the deep fried meme picture. It was you, actually. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you just deep fry a picture of beans and like put some dudes over it. And I'm like, that's meme of the year. And the kids actually did genuinely think it was hilarious. They ate it up.
that's that is what a deep cut. Best NHC meme. I think this is the first year. Maybe it's one of the first years we offered. I don't remember. But you shockingly did not win this one.
I can't believe.
I know.
No, I do know why. It's because the other meme I believe was about you.
That's true. Yes. You lost it down by 6, but you were up against memes from Ray, Nalum, Zozo, Sergeant Pepper, Sayori, and Tato Corp. Where do you think
It was a really strong meme year that year.
It was a meme year that year.
The meme harvest was good that year.
Eight nominees. Where do you think you landed?
I wouldn't bet that I wasn't pretty high just because it was beans compared to a lot of the NHC memes are actually about NHC, and NHC loves itself, kind of like the owner.
What?
What?
I heard a child. So where do you think you landed out of 8? And not 1.
Seventh.
You were second place.
Really? Oh
Second
my
place.
gosh, they really liked beans.
They really liked beans. They really liked beans. So your next nomination was for Meme Maester, one I think you had won before this.
I think I've won that once.
Okay, you either win this later or before. I can't remember. You win this at some point in your history. So you lost this one. There was Zozo 64, Iceman Defreeze God, Fiber Khan, Sergeant Pepper, Devin Warlord, Minnie, Soph, Nalum. Oh, Maddie now. I have the old names. Nalum, Sayori, Dio, Tatacorp, Boyd. You lost to Minnie. Minnie, how did it feel beating Dio? Are you happy you beat Dio?
Probably.
Probably.
I'm okay with losing to Minnie for memes specifically. Minnie and I are like pillars of the meme mountain.
You know my favorite game. Where do you think you placed out of 12 nominees?
I'd say second, maybe third, because I think some of the people on there were like more popular. But I'm okay with losing to Minnie, definitely.
You were third. Nice job.
I
third.
was, yeah.
You're doing pretty okay. You're doing okay. There was Max guessed all of their placements, and I was like, what's happening? I'm very.
Does Max have access to the document?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that maybe Max cheated. Now that I think about it. You were nominated for DJ of the Year for all of your music you post. You're up against Leah, Coda, Shy, Caps, Austin. Oh, these names. NJ Wolf, D, Noah, and Fire Demon. Thankfully, I didn't win for everyone else. You lost to Shy, RIP. Where do you think you landed on this one? Out of 9.
I'm gonna go third or fourth on this one.
Third.
Yeah.
You're on a roll. Okay. All right.
Speaking of, I have Spotify now. Like, I actually have Spotify, so maybe I'll be doing more music and stuff in the channel. I'll post playlists or something, you know.
Things turn around for you this next category, Bot Babes, for all of your what do you do in the bot channel? You do a bunch of stuff. I forgot what you do.
So I've kind of cut back on the bot addiction, but I was doing a lot of Pokemon, a lot of waifu roles. In fact, I was so into the Pokemon that I'm actually in the Pokemon Discord, and I was updating people about when it would go down and how long it would take to get back up, and every time that the bot updated. I don't do that anymore because I don't care.
That's good.
It was a lot of work and not enough satisfaction.
That's fair, yes. You're up against Down by 6, Swift Cutlassia, Noob123, The Cutest Devil, Iceman Defreeze God, Vel, Colin the Epic, Miss Nekocat RIP. RIP to some of these folks. Leah, Zoe, Kind Cat, and Cam. You won with Swift. You and Swift tied for first for Bot Babes. How'd it feel to win your first heli? It's so stupid to ask, how did you feel about winning? You won every heli, so you feel fine.
I like winning.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you won with Swift. That was fun. You're also let's get into your tabletop now. If you could remember your tabletop from 20, I'm gonna say some things about 2022 you're not going to remember, but I
I'm
want you to
definitely
try.
not. I have slept since then. Not enough, but I have slept, and I've definitely drank since then. And some of my brain cells have gone on vacation permanently from the alcohol.
You were nominated with me for Chaos Gremlin Crew. That's how far back we are. Chaos
Oh,
Gremlin Crew. So we were
we had
nominated
so
for.
much
We
fun.
did, and it's
We shit your pants.
oh, that's right. You guys did shit my pants.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
I was the one who suggested it, and Coda did it.
You let's see. You were nominated against the Yarzan Job, Justice in Chains, Echoes of the Past, your own cast, Occult, and Wizardry Law
Yeah,
Enforcement, The Haunting, The Unsleeping City, Guild of Gladiators, and Grave Encounters, and we won. We won
we
Chaos Gremlin
did.
Crew. I think that we deserved that. I thought we were a
I
great
think we did
cast.
too. It was fun.
It was very
It was very
fun.
fun.
We
I'd
never.
love for it to come back. We probably won't, but I'd love to. We should just kidnap Gigu or
We
something.
really
Like,
should. I just loved my one memory of Chaos Gremlin Crew is that we never left dungeons. We just
yeah,
never left them.
yeah,
We just
yeah.
always stayed in them.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand why. It didn't
We're
feel
like
like the dungeons were that complicated. Oh, I know why. I know why. And I have a bone to pick with you, Dio. It's because you and Coda like to investigate every speck of dust in a dungeon. That's what it is.
Uh,
That's what
look,
it
listen.
is.
I only. Okay, fine,
Mm-hmm,
fair. I
mm-hmm,
can't argue
okay.
with that because I was gonna be like, "Hey, I didn't do that in Chaos Gremlin Crew because I only showed up for 3
Oh,
sessions."
that's fair.
But then I was like, "You were in Owls. You can call me a liar."
It's mostly Coda. Coda's mostly the offender.
Coda,
Coda loves.
yeah,
Coda will walk up to a wall and Sherlock Holmes.
befriended.
Yes, fully get
Yeah,
out the eyeglass, inspect every little
yeah.
crevice.
I've in my more recent games, I have the Coda protocol, which is, I've got characters in there that will eventually betray you if you befriend them to stop Coda from befriending everything.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I need to make a campaign where there's just a long hallway and there's no secrets. It's just a hallway, and you go from one door to the next, and that's the dungeon.
I mean, what is this? The Twilight Zone or
Yeah,
something?
you
Like,
know what? Very good. That's it.
oh, okay.
So we ended up winning, and you won for the only cast you were in, which is kind of rare for you. You're normally in a bunch of
Yeah.
casts. So
That was like the first year where I was like, oh, it's fun to be in TTRPGs with people, ha ha ha. And then after that, I think is when I joined like every Kernel campaign. I like held other people at gunpoint to start campaigns that I could join.
fair enough. Fair enough. You were nominated for your character in Chaos Gremlin Crew, Puck.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about Puck?
He was a satyr, and he did a lot of drugs.
Nice.
He
Nice.
also very heroically jumped across a crumbling floor to rescue some orphans. That was the thing that I did at the end of that last session that we were in together in Chaos Gremlin
Yes.
Crew.
Oh,
I rescued a bunch of orphans because I'm so cool and I'm a
there
hero.
you go.
Pay me in drugs,
Give me
please.
jugs.
Pay me in drugs.
Do you remember who you lost to for best NHE tabletop character in 2022?
No, I've slept since then.
Can you guess
Can
why I'm asking you?
Is it you?
It's
Did
me.
you win?
It's me. For
Oh,
Doris.
dude, Doris, yeah, for Doris. Doris, I love
Doris
Doris.
is great.
She was so deranged.
She was
She was like a little creature.
completely unhelpful. Completely. Poor thing. Thank you for allowing me to have Doris in in house. It's ridiculous.
Anytime. You know what? Just show up to one of my sessions and play Doris anyways. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if this is like now or like in 10 years or something. Like I'm running a completely different campaign. Just have Doris confusedly
Sure.
show up. It'll be fine. I
Sure,
love
that
it.
works.
Get a nomination.
You were nominated for best NHE tabletop short or long form campaign for Occult Wizardry Law Enforcement. Tell us about how fun it was doing Occult. This is a great campaign.
It was it was so long. It
I
was
don't
so
I
long.
actually
And
don't think so. But
it wasn't long because it had so many sessions. It was long because there was like a 2-year hiatus.
oh, fair.
Or at least it felt like that. And it just and I know why. It's because like there were schedule conflicts or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't
I
like it.
I mean,
Lame.
honestly, most of the folks in here do much longer campaigns or longer sessions. So
Yeah.
I appreciated that. I very much appreciated that about you. You were very good about like 2 to 3 hours max.
Yeah.
That's it.
After 3 hours, I want a nap. Sorry,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
I am comatose after 3 hours. You ended up winning your. I believe this was your first uh short and long form campaign win. I believe.
I think
Um,
you're right, because Nolan swept that category for a
yes,
while.
yes. Nolan had a chokehold on that category. So you won that, and then you were nominated for Game Master of the Year against Spider Monkey, the Colonel. This is how old this was. A Spider Monkey was still DMing.
Ooh.
The Colonel, Pancake, Gigi, Nalum, Coda, and Kind Cat. And
Yeah,
you.
lots of stars in there.
That is true. You lost to Nalum.
I did, and I'm okay with that. Nolan's an amazing GM.
That's right.
So is Colonel.
That's true.
Stop celebrating how bad you are at winning, Colonel. I will. Yeah, you're an amazing GM, and you're also a great friend. I just love you so much. Uh, your jokes aren't funny, but I do love being around you.
I am. Side note: I am loving this era because now folks are going to vote for Colonel, and Colonel's now popular, and Colonel can't do anything about it, and it's great.
Colonel is so popular,
I
and
love it.
everybody loves
I
him.
love it. Colonel.
Vote for Colonel.
I love it. Colonel.
I can feel him seething.
He's so mad. He's like a multi-time Helly winner. Like it just is. He's so popular now. It's so funny.
He's so steamed that the corn around him is popping because he just lives in a cornfield in like Corn County,
Cornland. Yeah.
Cornland.
Yeah. Cornholio. You're up against. You did not win.
Several people are typing.
Several people are typing. Several people typing is the funniest just sentence to me. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you lost to Nalum. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Where do you think you landed out of 8 nominees?
Oh, that's. I'm gonna say second or third again, but it was really. That's a really. I don't mind coming like dead last in that because there was okay, maybe dead last is a little like exaggeration, but I don't mind coming in behind the people that I think deserve it, like Colonel and Nolan and the
Yeah,
other ones. I've
I don't
forgotten
mind
their
you
names
coming either.
already.
Pick
Oh,
you pick a number. I'm not letting you do this second or third thing anymore.
oh my gosh.
You pick a
Okay,
number. Be
it's because I keep
definitive.
picking. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go third.
Third. You were third.
Is
You were third.
oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
You're behind Pancake. Nice job. Nice job. Don't worry, you'll make up for that later. You were nominated for best roleplay cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So out of 10 nominees, you had 60% chance of winning best roleplay cast. Um, so let's go through yours, and then I'll tell you the rest of them. Aronia, Academy of the Arcane, Seven Sins, Star Glitcher, He Is Here, the Final Cryptoverse story. God, we are so far back.
Oh
Grimm's
god, yeah.
Realm, and House in the Forest. Um, Out of those, did you think that Final Cryptoverse would win?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
First of all, not just because it's like a fire RP, because oh, like everybody vote for fire because he owns a server, but also it was just A, amazing. B, star-studded cast.
yeah,
It really was. It did feel like the climactic like conclusion to the cryptid verse. Like it was iconic,
it was
darlings.
a
It's
slay.
like
It was a slay. Everyone was great, and it had a massive cast, which helped.
it had a massive cast. So like even if just everyone who was in it voted,
Yep.
that's like 50% of the votes right
Yep,
there.
that's it. That's basically it. Yeah, so that won by a landslide. It was one of the
Yeah.
landslide wins. It won by 44% of the votes.
Yeah, I think I voted for it too because it was not only was the cast amazing, the story was amazing.
That's great.
Like it was wonderful. It was
Everyone did a
perfect.
great job. We all just collectively worked together. That was fun.
It was, and we couldn't have done it without you, dear.
Oh,
The director.
Stop. Oh, stop. Go on. Don't stop. No. So, yeah, there was no way you weren't winning that one. So that was great. Now this is interesting. Oh, I have to pause at this moment because this is a moment for me that I love. Best roleplay character. This is one of those where you were nominated for multi-year. It was like between characters you had played the previous year that were bleeding into this year, and also
Yeah.
characters that were like bleeding into next year. So I remember your folder filling up, but you ended up with Victoire Major from For So Deep Is Our Love, which I
Yes.
think I know, but I think this is one of the greatest NHCRP characters of all time.
Thank you.
I really do.
I really liked her. I liked her a lot to the point where I brought her back in Grimm's. Obviously, well, a
Of
different
course.
version of her.
Good.
Obviously, one that didn't like perish.
Good. I love it. She was great. Do you remember? Do you have a favorite memory of her or moment from her?
Um. Oh, probably the trousers thing when they were disembarking, and like all the women folk are like struggling in the sand except for her because she's in her trousers, and her mother throws a fit and then goes face first and just eats shit in sand.
I forgot about that. That was good. That
It
was
was
good.
so good because she's like throwing a fit, like I can't believe you'd wear trousers, and then immediately trips over her skirts
Yep.
and gets sandy and damp and all this other
So
stuff.
good, so good. And then I loved, and everyone got mad at me about the. Well, everyone got mad at me about this RP for many reasons.
About the little bit of incest, is that what it was?
Well, that's not what I was going to talk about, but that part is funny. But
Okay.
folks got. I think folks got fake mad at me about the the boat. Magnus finally leaving with the love of his life.
I was mad at
The
you for
love of his
that.
life.
How dare you? I escaped.
The love
I
of his
escaped. That was
life.
the one that I won. I escaped. Fuck you. Better version. That's why the version on Grimm in Grimm's is on the. They arrived on that boat because fuck you, that didn't happen. You're wrong. It's like I don't care. I take back everything I said. We didn't do it because of you, and you're awful. I'm mad at you now. I
I think
forgot.
that is the one RP I think I tortured people the most. I'm like across the board I tortured everyone. And I was like, after this RP, I'm gonna have to be nicer to these folks because I really put them
Well,
through the ringer.
You say that, but I think Dave went through hell the one before because there was like a 4-hour real time scene of him on the
Oh,
toilet.
that is true.
And it was like 30 rolls.
That is so true. That is so
He
true.
he went through hell and then died and exploded his dearest friend.
Oh, oh, so good, so good. I'm obsessed with this, with the list of best roleplay characters because it's so good. So many bangers. Hildegard, one of my favorites. Thomas Carlson. We got folks from Shadow and Maddie, and it's just so good. It's literally every cryptid. It's all the CV12, CV11, and CV10 chaos basically.
Yeah.
In
They were, other than like the final one, which was obviously amazing, those ones I felt were like really strong.
oh yeah, so good. You did lose to
Not just
me,
because I was in them. Yes, of
um,
course.
which is okay.
No.
But where do you think our sweet dear eldest major
Uh,
went? So that's out of 17 nominations.
yeah. I'm gonna. I don't remember like what all characters were in that, but I'm gonna go with like. I'm gonna go third again
So
because I think that there were some really strong ones in there that I just don't remember right now.
I'll tell you. So I'll tell you. So we had those three from For So Deep. We had Scott Dawson from CV12, Cedric Hester, played by Maddie from Fresh Beginnings, Carter Kell from City of Curses from Void, Haru Takahashi from Fresh Beginnings, played by Vel, Sarah Frost from Seventh Sins, played by Shy.
Oh, I think I actually want to move back to fourth.
Okay.
Oh no, Hildegard was fourth. Ooh, I might have to go back even like fifth because I know once you started reading off the things, I was like, oh yeah, no, there was characters in that were like really really good. So like yeah, I might say fifth. I might
Okay.
move it back to fifth.
You were second. Second place.
No,
Second place.
really?
Yep. You lost by. I have to do math now. 4 votes.
Even with even with the character who like the entire CV12 like revolved around?
So Zoe got third place behind you, and that character ended up wins next year. Wins in 2023.
Yeah, so I was thinking that I was going to be behind Zoe's character,
Yes.
which would be second place. And then I found out, which is why I was like, oh, third. And then it's like, oh wait, Hildegard was fourth, so I might have to go further back. I was not expecting second.
Yeah, second place. Second place.
I don't need a friend right now. Thank you, love. My beloved fiance just walked up behind me with a handful-sized, giant, large bug, and he was just holding it out to me. And he stood there very quietly and silently, and I just got jump scared by Wall of Man.
That's so cute. That is Helly Award-winning fiance.
Yes,
We
with
love-
a fist-sized bug. I cannot stress to you enough.
We need more bugs in the chat, by the way. Let him know.
Let him know. Just like ping him, be like, "Show me your bugs," and he will.
Show me your bugs.
They're friendly. He's actually getting more soon, so he will probably also want to show those off
you go.
because he likes his bugs. He has a server dedicated to bugs right now too. So
Someone ping in Cerberus's cage for bugs so we can nominate things. Excuse me. Best roleplay story, of course, Seven Sins, the longest running RP of all time in this server.
yeah,
Up against CV12, City of Curses, Rain City News, Wings of the Realm, Star Glitcher, Grimm's Realm, River Kingdom, Yukio, Rays of the Hair, and Death Lives. Seven Sins. I think you know what place Seven Sins got.
second,
Yeah.
third, yeah.
But yeah, Seven Sins is iconic. Do you miss
Seven
Seven Sins?
Here's the thing. Seven Sins, looking back on it, like reflecting, Seven Sins wasn't so much like one role play as much as it was like 3 role plays in a trench coat. And like, I'm very aware of that now. And I think that was sort of the key to success there. However, I do not miss having to run it. I don't have the mental capacity right now, which is probably how I managed to sleep through like 3 years without scheduling another interview.
There you go. There you
Can I
go.
nominate Seven Sins this year? No, you cannot. Very cute, very sweet. But no, I think that I killed it before this year specifically on purpose.
It is
for this reason.
It is very, very hard to run an evergreen RP. It is very, very hard.
Like I said, the reason that I think it went so well is because it was like 3 RPs in a trench coat.
That helps. Yeah. But I feel like Rain City News is holding strong. So good job, Swift and Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know how many RPs in a trench coat that one is.
You were nominated for best written piece. This is before we split up the category into long and short form. For gay wizard fanfic. Do you remember gay wizard fan fiction? Excuse me.
Do I remember the gay wizard fanfic? Of course I remember the gay wizard fanfic. I've been working on it for like 4 years.
Perfect.
And that's still all that exists of it. But like, oh, fuck. Sorry, I just accidentally threw my ring.
Definitely.
My gay wizards.
Yes.
I love my gay wizards.
Make sure you download that and read it, because
Wow.
yes. That one went to Zoe. But where do you? I was actually expecting you to win. I thought you were going to win this one.
Really? Is it because it's gay and wizards?
Literally that, yes. And I read
Yeah,
it. It's good, but
Yeah.
also gay and wizards.
It's
So
gay and wizards, yeah.
you were nominated against Trapped by Silver Luna Wolf, Quiet by Swiftcut Lassie, Warm Gray by Jax, Battlefield by Cody the Wolf, and Biometrical Accidental by Kermit. Oh my god, this is back in Kermit's early days. I'm old. No, I'm not. I'm baby.
Baby Kermit.
Baby Kermit.
Baby Kermit.
7 nominees. Where do you think you placed?
I'm gonna go
Say it.
second.
Should have gone with your first guess. It was third.
Oh,
I heard you say it. I heard you say it.
You did, yeah. Because I was gonna be like, oh, I think it's third, and then I'm like, second. But no, I think that because this was back before it was split between long and short, that like a lot of the higher ranking ones were ones where you could read them on the document by clicking on the picture.
That's right. That is right. That is exactly why I split it up.
Yes.
Writer of the
And
Year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Writer of the Year. We had Swiftcut Lassie, Dio down by 6, Fire Demon 2021, Coda, The Colonel, Nalum, Pancake Kermit, Cody the Wolf, Useless Shadow, Shy, and NJ Wolf D. Swift swept this category.
Yeah.
But where do you think you placed?
I'm gonna say third on this one too, because I think that I'm behind Jesse.
You got second.
Oh, really?
I love this. I love this third second game that we're playing. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're second. You're absolutely second.
You should throw in one where I actually won to really test me. Like, where do you think you
Where do you think
placed?
you
And then
placed?
I'll be like, third,
You'll
and you'll be
put.
like, you won that one. You don't even
Oh,
know.
very good. Very, very good. Yes. Are we going to see more writing from you in the future?
Yes. So I might. Okay, so real talk. I've been working on this RP idea for a while.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'm actually gonna have the mental capacity to run it because of the fact that it's basically a TTRPG that I don't have sessions for because we've talked about this and that is an RP. However, I've got all the documentation up for it except for like the actual documentation I need to start the RP. And every time I go to work on it, I'm like, but what if I was watching anime right now
Yeah.
instead? And then I just don't.
That definitely tracks.
Um, yeah.
That definitely tracks.
But also, I've been doing a lot of writing for Winter of Adam, and anything that my players somehow manage to dodge all the way till the end of the game, I am going to post as writing things. Like I'm gonna post them as little short stories, because if you those assholes, who most of them are in the chat right now, if those assholes manage to dodge my fucking the cutscenes that I wrote specifically for them to tie their characters to this stupid game, I swear I'm going to cry.
Love
I
it.
see a lot of people typing now. Yep.
A lot of people are typing.
Colonel, yours is already so hard you decided to play on a refrigerator.
Let's see where we're at now. We're still in 2022. You were nominated for best lewd piece for Catty Lewd. Do you remember this one before I spoiler post it?
Uh, no, because I've got like 4 like caddy pinups. I'm assuming it's the one with the little sparkly piece. Shrug. No, it's the other one. I was wrong. That's how many I've got. It's too many. I don't know why I like to draw. I'd like to lewd the best girl, but
Yeah, this is a good one. This is very good. This was yummy. I liked it. It was very
yeah.
yummy.
I like the cat socks. Every time I see those cat socks, I'm like, cat socks.
This one, you were nominated against Not Tasteful at All by Oh My, Burning Glow by CD, The Slow Descent to Sorrow by Coda, an Untitled One by Zozo, Untitled by Rainart, a long one by Buckaroo, Augie, Gamma Cruchador, and Jess by Tao.
Ooh.
Where do you think you placed in this one?
Oh, that's some. Those are some tough nominations,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Gamma, Gamma, Gamma,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Gamma,
Gamma.
Gamma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gamma. I'm gonna say second.
You were correct. Second. And
Yay!
you actually beat Gamma. So there
I
you go.
beat Gamma.
You beat
Wow.
Gamma. CD took that one, but yeah, you beat Gamma for that one, yeah.
I can't
go.
believe that. I guess we must have not been nominating Gamma's really nice stuff.
I guess not. You were also nominated for Best Traditional Art Piece, which you have not done in a long time.
I am not. That's because there's no room on my desk to do art, and I was borrowing a desk at that time.
Fair enough.
And it's ball jointed dolls. Yeah.
Would you
I
like to
ball
title
jointed
this one? This one is
dolls.
untitled.
No.
Okay, fair enough. You do you remember anything about this piece? Do you remember making this piece or?
Yeah, I made that on my lunch break at work.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did do it at work. I made that on my lunch break at work. It was based off of, so there. I really like ball jointed dolls. This is obviously not something that you guys have ever really seen from me, but I really like them. And I saw this one where the porcelain for the torso piece had been carved into this intricate lace-like pattern, and it looked like a corset because of the way it was, and it was just so pretty. And I wanted to draw something like that with the sort of where you can see through it. And ball jointed dolls are usually held together with a string. And I was like, but what if the string was like alive and evil? And that's what the picture is, basically. And you can actually see more inspiration of that in one of my more recent pieces of Methalia for the end of that game that I just finished running that I can't remember the name of.
Wow.
Kagurame, that's the bitch. Kagurame. God, I only ran it for like 2 years. You'd think
Exactly.
I'd remember, but clearly not.
Um, that one was won by Sadburb. You know the question. What place did you get? There were 24
Uh
nominees.
oh, I'm gonna go fourth on this one, fourth, fifth, something like that.
Second,
Um,
second place,
really?
second place.
Y'all need to vote better because there's no way that that's the second best piece. Is like, sorry, not to judge anybody, but like obviously I was expecting, to lose that one because it's a pencil drawing that I made at lunch on my lunch break at work.
I mean, I will tell you, you lost. You still lost by a landslide because Sadburb,
Yeah,
Sadburb, yeah,
Sadburb does
yeah.
these big, beautiful, like painted, carved, ridiculous pieces that are just like gorgeous. And it's like, wow, yeah, of course I'm gonna lose to the Michelangelo over here. Like,
So
uh,
now we get into your category, your main category, best digital art piece. You did
yeah,
a
that's where I live.
collaboration piece called The Lights of Collaboration with
I
everybody.
Yeah, it's I love that piece. I wanted to do another one, but like,
Come on, folks, let's do it. Let's do it.
uh,
Let's do a repeat. Um, so this is between you, Leah, Omai, Copper Biscuit, Maddie, Coda, and Vel. Do you have any memories of making this piece?
yeah, I do actually. I was playing around. That was when I had just got hair highlight brushes, and you can clearly see on my little portion of it, like you can see where I used like layered three of them, and I did like a burn with like the glowing lights to try and do a bunch of other stuff. I am a lot better at drawing lights now. I'm also a lot better at drawing hair now, but I do like the ribbon and the way that I did the dress. But
There you go.
I also am the only person who went blue for the dress, which is funny because I never even thought brown, and that's what like 50% of the other people
I
did.
love it. I still love it. There's something still really cool
Mm.
about it. Um, and then you had another piece. You're one of the few who has two um, nominations for the same category for
Yes.
art. As above, is this what you expected to win from your folder? Because I remember you filled this
I
one
was
out.
actually so surprised, but like you kept saying about how much you like this one, and I'm like, yeah, it is. It was obviously more of like a feelings vibe piece
Yeah,
than like I'm actually trying to do art that I think is good. Um, and I just, obviously religious trauma, drippy gold marble statues, and sort of like a linograph sort of thing, uh, and trans pride flag colors on
yeah.
the inside because again, religious trauma,
Two things.
obviously.
I think we also cracked the science behind why certain pieces get picked, because you have to look at your color palette of your
Yes.
folder, and the one that has the
Yeah.
most. If you find a similar color palette, the one that's the most strikingly different will usually get chosen.
Yeah, I that is the thing that I still
Yes.
like look at whenever I get a new piece posted like nominated. I look at the other whenever it's like which do you want to remove, and I look to see what the color palette is of the others before I just go on vibes.
Telling you. Can I also say this is probably one of my, if not my favorite era of Dio, because this is like your experimental era, and I thought this
Yeah,
was so. I ended up nominating you for most improved artist this year. I remember that specifically because I thought
yeah,
what you were doing was so interesting. I was like, oh, dude, like taking big swings. I love a big swing.
yeah. I actually when this was picked when this won I was actually like really upset because there was other pieces that I
Of
didn't like
course,
I worked harder on that won, but
such is your life in
now
this
I am
community.
honestly so true. But now like looking back at this piece, I really like this piece.
It's a good one.
Like I think the vibes are right.
It's a good one.
And it's like hard to see because there's like layers of it, but like two of the statues have like their arms cut off, and like yeah, it's just a thing. It was a vibe. It was a experimental like feelies piece.
Love it. Love, love, love experimental feelies. This year there were 45 nominees for best digital art piece. Y'all need to stop making art. Just stop. Just kidding. Don't do it.
Not gonna happen, but
Don't stop. Don't stop.
everybody else can stop, and I'll just sweep the
There you
category.
go.
Like,
There you go.
yeah,
You were nominated against a shit ton of people.
yeah.
So where do you think Lights of Collaboration landed out of 45 nominees. This is gonna be
I
hard.
really wanted, I really wanted it to. I actually wanted it to win. I'll be honest. I really wanted that to be like a 8-way tie.
Okay, there you go.
I really wanted it to win. So the fact that it didn't, I really don't know
I
where it
thought it was
landed.
gonna win too.
I'm gonna say, I want to say like second. I want to say second. I want it to be second.
You can say something.
Oh.
Okay. And where do you think As Above landed?
Uh, seventh. I don't know.
Both pieces tied for fourth place.
Okay,
They got
I'm
the
okay with that, I
exact amount of
guess.
votes for fourth place.
That's nice.
Um,
Like I said, I really wanted the Lights of Collaboration to win. I think it's really cute.
I know. Y'all gotta do another one. Coda says.
Yeah.
Coda says. Okay. Coda's gonna do. Coda's gonna set it up. Um, but you redeemed yourself for best NHC art piece for Her Majesty the Queen, which I love this one. Um,
Yeah. Whenever you're like, I love how fast you answer when I ask you if I look pretty today. I'm like, why do you think I keep drawing you?
I love it. Oh, this is great. Oh, I look so cunt. It's so good.
Do you know what I do whenever I draw fire like art?
What?
I just go through like Pinterest and like find the like wildest outfits that I can. I take like pieces from each of them and I'm like, yes, fire would wear this. Yes, fire would wear this. And like the like leather sort of like wet latex look with the like Renaissance pose with the hands in the lap and the scarf and everything and this like wild hair thing that's going on.
Love it.
And I love the floating orb between the horns too.
Yes, yes, so different. I love the horns is always the biggest like artistic choice everyone makes because everyone is like this was I think this is the first year that people gave me both my horns and I was like oh, okay for some reason my horns
Well,
are back. I'm into it.
well, I always give you like a prosthetic horn piece because I really like the chipped horn, but then like you improvise it or like add
Yes.
something new to it. So on this one you've got like a horn cap, and then on the like I think the second most recent one that I did, or maybe it's the most recent one where you got the disco like
Yes,
and you got
we'll
the
get to that
lava
one.
lamp horn. I love the
to that
lava lamp horn.
Ooh,
Like,
so good, so good. You obviously won this one. This is good.
yeah.
Um, and you were also nominated for Most Improved Artist. I'm going to post your profile here. Here it is. How did you feel about your improvement in 2020? If you can, 2022, sorry, if you can remember.
Oh, I did improve a fair bit, but I feel like the years after that I improved even more. Like it snowballed kind of improvement.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Where do you think you placed? So this was Most Improved Artist. There was Omai, Coda, Jack, Shy, Leah, Biscuit, Mika, Dio, Willow, Zozo, Ray, Dino, Kermit, Augie, and Sup.
I'm gonna go like fifth on this one. Sixth. I don't think that I improved as much as some of the other people who are in there. 'Cause some of the other nominees for that category have improved astronomically. I don't remember how much they improved specifically in 2022, but like I love watching some of the younger artists improve in these leaps and bounds because it's amazing.
Second place. You lost by 2 votes.
Really?
Yep.
Aw. Well, y'all are wrong, okay?
Yo.
Like, the difference between these two pictures is not that much, okay?
You were nominated for Artist of the Year. It was you, Ray, Maddie, CD, Biscuit, Omai, Zozo64, Sadburb, Soya, Mika, Haley, Coda, Willow, Leah, Rain Art, Dino, Shy, Jax, Kermit, and Pika. 20 nominees.
Lots of really strong contenders in that
yes.
too. I think I don't know if 2022 was like the Ray year. It might have been 2023. I have slept since then. It was the past. It's already happened. But I remember one of those years was like
2021
the
was
Ray
the Ray
year for me.
2021 was the Ray year, I think.
Was it the Ray year for like art though?
I think
Because
it's the one
I
where-
remember seeing lots of like Ray pencil drawings that are just like really feeling pieces, and just the way that Ray draws like characters in like free floating environments is just really nice.
I think it might have bled over into this year because I think Ray won Artist of the Year in 2021. I believe.
Maybe.
Yeah. because this one was Mika, and then it's you. I think. I think it's you twice. I can't remember. I don't know. Or did Swift? I don't remember. So where do you think? Where do you think you placed?
Um, third, I'm gonna say. Wild
Second.
guess. Stab in the
Second.
dark.
Second.
Second,
Yep.
really?
Lost by 1 vote.
Who did I lose to?
So you lost to Mika, and here's the crazy thing. This is the year that this is controversial moment. This is the year that Copper left in the middle of the voting, but Mika and Copper were going to tie.
Oh.
But you were behind Mika, but you tied with Biscuit and Ray. So the three of you were gonna win.
Ooh. Okay, I'm actually really okay with that because that's like five really strong contenders right at the
Oh
top.
yes. Oh yes. You were nominated 6 times for. Oh God, this is when we did best quote. I am one of the greatest decisions I've ever made was splitting these two fucking categories up.
Yeah.
There's 50 nominees. Gah. This makes me mad just
Yeah.
looking at it. Ugh, why didn't I think
Yeah.
this before? So I'm going to go through all of them, I guess. This one was called 5'2", where you said, I intimidate many people for some reason, despite being
Yeah.
5'2" and dressing like an aging dad. And then everyone said, wait, you're 5'2",
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
shocking. You do not have 5'2"
Everyone is
personality.
always surprised.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I look. So I remember seeing a thing where it's like, short people have so much personality because they're closer to hell. Like the devil's keeping them close because they're his favorite. Like, I, I'm
That
like, oh god,
tracks.
yeah. Like I climb. I have to climb things. Of course, this is my personality. I have to
That
climb things to get my
tracks.
mug for my hot cocoa because coffee is yucky.
Yeah, that definitely tracks. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That now I can't stop thinking about that. Okay. Yes. Um, excuse me. There's Deadpool, where Shai said, "Breaking news: Man with cancer. Oh, cancer tries ballet. Loses both his arms in the process." That's what comes to mind when I saw that. And then you said, "Damn, the new Deadpool sounds lit."
Yeah.
He does have cancer. Does Deadpool have cancer? Is that the thing?
Yeah, it's like his he's got incredible regeneration and it like makes up for the
Oh.
cancer is like part of it. To
Okay.
the point where in one of the comics they try to steal his superpower, but they steal it without the cancer and they give it to like the enemy soldiers and they just end up A insane and B exploding because they regenerate and the cancer doesn't cancel it out because they didn't give him cancer because they want it to be perfect. And so Deadpool was like, "Ha, I was counting on that, you fucking suck." Anyways.
Got it. There's one with you and Lucifer called thighs, and then Lucifer said, "Damn those thighs," and you said drumsticks. If she tries to eat another customer.
Yeah, I was drawing my herpes.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And I kept complaining about how she keeps getting snippy at the customers. Yeah.
We had the system, where Lucy Buns, formerly Spooky Buns, or
Yeah, it
maybe
was spooky
currently
for Halloween and then never
never
changed it.
changed it. Very, very that. Who
Yeah.
said, "I'm an anarchist. Fuck the system," and then you said, "Hi, I'm the system. You still gotta move your shit," which is great.
That's
That's such
because
a
I think he posted a meme in the wrong place and I told him to move it.
That is
I'm like, hey,
so
it
good.
rules.
That
And he's like,
is
I'm an anarchist. Fuck the system. And I'm like, oh, you gotta move your shit. Well,
that's great. Um,
me and my mans.
you have the most beautiful place in Canada, and it's Ara saying, "Waits for the most beautiful place in Canada to be mentioned," and then you said, "Your arms, kittens, chat." Oh boy, this is old. This is old. This is
Yeah,
old.
it says Caddy Master in parentheses.
This
That's how
is
old it
old.
is.
I didn't proofread these before. Sorry.
Kitten is still kitten instead of Coda. And well, actually, kitten is kitten right now. I just saw the name change. Probably not in real time.
Oh god.
And I've still got Caddy Master in the fucking
This
parentheses.
is the problem with doing like going back so far in time is that we really go
Jump
back in time.
scare.
Okay.
Internet dead name jump scare.
Just so much. We have this one called Ambrosia, where he said, "I'm not sure what that word means, unless Simon's about to dry hump the couch like Fire Demon at the Mod's
No,
office party Christmas. You mean Ambrosia?"
it was I think it was supposed to be ambrosia, but they used the word for whenever you like that thing that chocolate is supposed to be aphrodisiac. It was aphrodisiac.
Oh,
They kept using the word aphrodisiac. I'm like, I think you mean ambrosia, sweetie. Unless
that's great.
yeah.
We have this one was called Shank Salad or Shank Slurp, where Devin said Shanks shy, and then or Mion, and then Mion said dies. I bleed out espresso, and then you said slurps espresso from the dirt. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
Shout out to the ball pit because I know where that's at. That was a ball pit quote.
Ball pit. Wow. Still
Yeah.
there. Still kicking.
Still there. Yeah. Still permanently muted on my end.
And then finally, you were not. Well, actually, let's find out what quote got the most votes because I'm curious. Then this is the last time we have to deal with just best quote. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
What quote do you think got the most votes? While I look for what quote got the most votes.
I'm gonna say the most beautiful place in Canada, I think.
So here's what's funny is that all of your quotes tied for like third place, except for that one.
Except for that
Yes,
one.
except for
Okay.
that one.
What, do you guys not appreciate Canada?
Well, it's too cold, and
God.
we do hell here.
Yeah, it's cold. That's why you gotta hug a Canadian
That's
and like
true.
put your face in Coda's chest.
That's true. That's true. Finally, you were nominated and won for not finally, but you were nominated and won for best level up called for the crime when you just said I'm going to commit a crime. It's
Yeah.
very simple back then to win best level up. You just had to admit something.
I weirdly remember so much of this. But anyways, I started saying I'm gonna commit a crime because I was trying to do positive self-talk, and saying I'm gonna commit a crime is so much more like mysterious and like evocative of like power instead of like I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out the bathroom.
There you go. There you go.
I believe I was having a very bad day at work that day because I said that a lot when I was having a bad day at work.
There you go.
Also, notably, I am Dionysus the Thirst on there.
Wow. The thirst. That's great.
The Thirst.
So you won that one, and then finally you won Chatterbox. You won silver with Swift and gold and Amakitten and bronze.
Yeah. Tragically, I didn't win, I think, last year because I left the server for like 24 hours
right.
midway through the year. But
right.
I managed to get back up to like 4th or something ridiculous like that.
gosh.
I can't believe you guys let me do that.
That's crazy.
Like, talk more or something. Like, goodness. Or shut me up. You know, like.
So that was 2022. You ended up winning 6 wins. This was hilarious because in 2020 you won 6, in 2021 you won 10, 2022 you won 6, and we're gonna go in 2023 where you won 10 again. So but you end up breaking the pattern in 2024. But now we're moving on to 2023. See how long this is gonna take? This is great. I love it.
This is, yeah.
This is it. This is where we're at. This is what happens. In 2023, I can't remember what was happening in 2023, but put yourselves back there. You were nominated for 31 Hellies. 30. Yep. Here we go. Get some water. But you were nominated and won Meme Maester against Zozo64, Mini, and Fibercon, and Nalum. So there you go. You ended up winning Meme. Right off the bat, your first nomination, you won. We love it. Are you a Meme Maester? Do you love your memes?
I like memes. I mean, I post a lot of memes. In fact, every day I go through. I specifically have. There is one server that I have that has a really, really strict rules, so I know that every meme in there will be NHC appropriate. So I pretty much only pull memes from there.
Perfect.
Specifically because I don't want to fucking proofread every single meme that I see, and I also don't want to have the mods be like, "Hey, why would you say this?" And I'd be like, "I didn't read."
I didn't read the thing. You were nominated for Foodie Queen. You were posting food back then. I don't remember this, but
I had a kitchen and I used to bake. I don't have a kitchen and I don't bake.
There we go. You're nominated against
Wow.
Iceman Defreeze God, Miss Eldritch Moth Devourer, SD Sammy, Sayori Sea Dragoon, Kermit, Venom Spire, Ivy Down by 6, and Kitten.
Yeah.
Where do you think you ranked for Foodie Queen? I would like to know this too.
I'm gonna say 3rd because there wasn't a lot of people in there, but I don't feel like I was a super strong contender. And Minnie, just so you know, I don't even secretly steal your memes. I openly steal them and send them to the server that I steal memes from to post here. I need you to know it is a meme exchange program.
Hot. 3rd. You're correct. You were 3rd. You were 3rd. Nice job. You were nominated for Bot Babes against Biscuit, Down by Six, Kind Keck, Sayori, Zoe, and yourself, and you won. Bot
Oh, did
Babes.
I?
You did win.
Oh, nice.
There you
Excellent.
go. Asked and answered. So your tabletop career, you're nominated for Typhon from Terminus of Freedom. Is that how you say it?
Oh yeah, yeah, Typhon. Or yeah, Typhon.
Typhon.
Yeah,
Yeah, Typhon.
Typhon.
Can you tell us about Typhon?
I love him. He is my queer-coded, villain-coded hero. Um, he was a thief who stole or tried to steal an artifact, but by touching it, he gained the curse of the former owner living in his head and being like, "Hey, I'll give you powers, but only if you're a good guy." And he's like, "Fuck, I wanted to keep being an asshole." And it's like, well, you get to choose. Good guys get powers, bad guys get nothing, and you don't even get to go to Starbucks. And he's like, "Well, fuck." Um, and that was his whole hero shtick. He is a disaster wizard. He ended up getting into this sort of like flirt hate relationship with a different wizard who was a former stripper.
Ooh.
And they had a fight in the parking lot. Yeah, Magic Mick. Yeah, Magic Mick. They ended up getting into a wizard fight in a parking lot, and they both sucked so hard at having a fight. Like, my character would not be able to hit the other guy, and the other guy would only hit me once every 3 turns. So every time he hit me, I will have healed every point of damage he dealt me before he could hit me again. And so that happened for like 20 turns until Colonel was like, "Fuck it, the main bad guy shows up, eat dick." And that's how the fight ended. Nobody won. We got interrupted.
There it is. Yes, you lost to Doris Dolores Chode from your very own Owls
Yes.
campaign. And
Again, I love Doris, so
Faraday from Terminus of Freedom, played by Swift.
I also love Faraday. He
so-
wouldn't get out of holes.
Oh, it's very relatable.
Not in a sexual way. He just kept every time there was a pit or a hole or like a lava or something, he would get put in that pit without fail.
Love it. You were nominated 4 times for Best NHG Tabletop Cast out of 7 nominees.
Yeah.
You had your own cast: Occults and Wizardry Law Enforcement, Justice in
Yeah.
Chains, Below the Kingdom, Echoes of the Past, The Beginnings. You were in. Iron Gods you were in, and Rise of the Rune Lords you were in. So Below the Kingdom, The Beginnings, Iron Gods, Rise of the Rune Lords. Which was your favorite cast to be in?
Oh, Rise of the Rune Lords, no contest. In fact, I've been bullying Colonel like nonstop to get Rise on, like to get his shit together for Rise, because Rise is the continuation sort of Rise. Sorry, Return. Return is the continuation of Rise, and I need this. I need this. My gay. I need my gay priest back. I need my gay priest back. Him and his husband need to return, Colonel. That's what the return is. I don't care about the Rune Lords.
Love it. You were nominated for almost every cast, and you ended up losing.
Yeah, I know.
Which I think is
That's okay.
kind of iconic in its own way.
Also, I'm sorry for the missile launcher sounds in the background.
No,
She's
don't
screaming
apologize. Her scream is very cute, actually.
at me. Yeah.
You lost to Justice in Chains, which is a surprise win for a lot of folks. Were you expecting Rise to win though?
I voted for Rise. Yeah. I loved Rise. I still love Rise. I still keep drawing my gay priest. I won't stop. Can't stop. Him and his husband.
Well, Rise got 3rd place behind Occult and Echoes, and then
I'm kind
Iron
of okay with
Gods,
that, yeah.
and then Beginnings. Yeah, so there you go. You were nominated and won for NHC One Shot Dungeon Dive for your very first time for A Mansion Murder Mystery.
Yeah, which we never finished.
Well,
you guys never solved the murder.
Well, apparently it's good enough to win a
Good
Ellie.
enough to win, though, yeah. Stiff competition, I guess.
Yeah, it was you, Colonel, and Swift, whose name I misspelled, Lassie. Yeah, so you ended up tying with this was really fun because you tied with Colonel twice in the same section, which is so cute. So you won this one, and then you also won Best Short and Long Form Campaign again with Colonel, which is so
Colonel
funny.
just can't get rid of me.
I know
Tee.
y'all are linked forever. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's because we love him so much, and he's such a good person and a good friend, and he needs to run Return of the Rune Lords, or I will eat him.
If you run it again, I'll join, Colonel. There you go. Probably. Maybe we'll see.
Gas.
So this is the last year of Occult 2023. Do you miss it?
Yeah. No.
I love it. I love that. Love that answer.
Honestly, I am enjoying running Fallout Winter of Adam so much right now because the story has already been written and all of the NPCs have already been statted and all of the monsters have already been statted. After running Kagurame, I never want to think again.
There you go. You know what? I'm loving this new sort of version of you where you are done with things. It's really nice. You're just like, I finished it. I'm done.
I have worked so hard on that. I have such a problem with like letting go of things. But now that I have finished things, I can look back on the finished things and be like, I'm actually glad that it's over.
Good.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it when it happened, and I will get to hold onto the memory that it did happen for the rest of my life. But I also don't have to fucking worry about it anymore. I can sleep.
I love prepping a thing and finishing a thing. I don't like doing a thing.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I like doing things, but you probably knew that because you were in Owls. And when did I prep? Ever?
Yep. But you know what? That's
Never.
fine. That's okay. That's okay because you had a bunch of wild, loud characters who could just.
I did. I couldn't have prepared for you guys. How could I possibly prepare for you guys?
My favorite Owls memory. Was setting up Milkmaid Lady. What was the person?
Oh, her name was like, oh, God, it started with an H. It was like not Hildegard, but it was something like that. Hildegard.
Yeah,
it was very, yeah.
That was so much fun because I think it was Doris set up like a dating game situation where we like interviewed the bachelors and. Oh, it was so much fun.
And you guys gave her a full makeover,
yes,
so that she could get a man's, and then you like set her up with. I remember specifically, I was like, maybe they'll set her up with this like rich business owner, but instead, Coda immediately like pisses him off, goes, "That guy is a fucking devil," and then doesn't set him up with her. Then I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
I remember everyone. I think it was like probably Doris and Daisy probably fighting because they always did, but it was like I remember Doris just giving her just the most misogynistic advice, just being like, "This is what men like," and then Daisy being like, "No, no, no, no." That was so good.
Honestly, you and Coda need to be in another game. I don't care what game.
So much fun.
You guys are just like, there's something about your energy together that always ends up just making amazing moments, like the Doris and Daisy or the shit your pants.
I love Coda. Yes. So don't tell Coda I said that.
Coda's in the chat.
No, Coda's definitely not listening. Probably. Here's a good question. Here's a little side note question. Out of all of your, well, maybe we should ask this later. So you were nominated for Game Master of the Year. You lost to Colonel. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. I like Colonel. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with losing now. Do you remember how like hinged I was on winning things, but now I'm like, oh no, they deserved it.
Now that you've won everything, yes, I'm sure you're okay with losing now. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so technically I do really want to get my hands on one more heli than you get. Or no, sorry, 3 more helis than you get, because somebody needs to have more helis than you for like 1 year, and then I don't care ever again. Okay, I'll give up. It's okay. So just like don't try this year. Okay, I know you make it look effortless, but like actually don't try.
We should probably do next year after the Cyberpunk Chronicles shit happens. But
yeah, that's a good point.
I forgot that's probably.
But I want to stop carrying fire. You're making me like pay attention and stuff.
I know.
I feel like you're cute. I'll let you get away with it.
So you're up against Colonel. There was Amakitten, Nalam, Pancake, and Gloria. Short stack, heavy stack for Game Master of the Year. Where do you think he placed behind Colonel?
I'm gonna say third because Nolam is like Nolan has kind of retired, stepped back from the
Yeah,
TTRPG section,
it's
and
true.
now rules the anime kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like at the time, that was much closer to when Nolan had like this iron grip on the TTRPGs. So I'm gonna say three. Yeah, so
You're correct.
Nolan
Three.
got tired of winning.
You were third.
Nolan did get tired of
He
winning.
did get tired of winning. You did got third. Yeah, so it's a nice
Yeah.
job. Nice job guessing that. So now onto your roleplay section. This is when we
Uh,
had a few roleplay stuff, but it was a stacked
yeah.
cast. Um, Charma from Second Chance. Tell us about Charma. Do you remember?
Her name is Karma.
Karma.
Actually, it's pronounced with the
Karma.
like character
Yes.
with ch. It's like Karma's a bitch because
Yes.
that's the thing. I love Karma. I still love Karma. She is my sweet little baby who life has not been kind to her. And she's got a stupid dumb cop husband that she probably pegs.
Thank goodness. I love that.
She is your wife, Coda. She's your wife.
I love it. Love Karma. Um, you were nominated against Jack from Seven Sins, played by Coda. Amane Bibi from CV12, your ex girlfriend, played by Fire Demon 2021. Alex Rose from CV12, played by Zoe, Princess Zoe. Saffron, played by Void from Hykynthos. Zarka from Second Chance, played by Onyx. William from Seven Sins, played by Shadow, who's a fan favorite at the time. Spencer
Yeah.
Bell from Grimm's Realm, played by Swift. And Borya Ivanov from Rain City News, played by Jesse. Where do you think? Where do you
Yes.
think you? Where do you think you sat?
Uh,
This
I'm
is a
gonna
tough
say
one.
third again. Yeah, that's a really tough
It's a
one. Those
tough
are
one.
some really good characters.
You were
I'm gonna say.
second.
I'm gonna say.
You were
Really,
second.
I
Yeah.
was actually thinking I was gonna be like a little like sassy saying third, like really, but no.
You were
Okay.
second. Yeah. You
Yeah.
were second. There you go. You
Didn't
were
realize third
nominated.
was gonna be a conservative guess. Like.
That's very your tea. You're like, I'm gonna be full of myself. Third.
Yeah.
You were nominated for most of the roleplay cast, best roleplay cast for.
Yeah.
So the nominees were. Well, here's what you were nominated for: Second Chance, The Writers' Archive, Redwood, and Seven Sins. And there was also Algernon Asylum, Rain City News, and River Kingdom. Um,
Yes.
Out of your casts, which one were you most enjoying, and which one did you think would win?
I really enjoyed Second Chance. I also really enjoyed Redwood. They're both
Redwood was
very
so
fun.
fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were in Redwood. You played the
Yeah,
little blind lady.
yeah, he killed her husband. That was great.
Yeah, she. I mean, he deserved it.
He
Like he
did.
had it coming.
He had it coming. Very much that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
Redwood's got to come back. Jesse, bring Redwood back. I know you're in chat right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Gun emoji. Well, we've got Jesse's got superheroes right now, and
that
I'm
is true.
actually enjoying superheroes too.
There you go.
It's got the same kind of vibe, like as far as like role play sort of strategy is what I would say,
Love
like
it.
the style as Redwood. So like I feel like they're comparable enough in the way that I play them. Actually, there's like a couple of RPs in the RP section right now where I'm like, this is fun. I wish it was a little like more active, but it's okay. You plan on posting tonight, Jesse? Because that's like the fourth time I've heard that after work. Okay.
Life is hard. We ended up winning for Writers Archive. That was fun because I
Yes,
did that entire RP by myself.
you
Um,
did.
yeah,
You did.
we won for Writers Archive. So this is the thing, and no one crucial to this conversation is involved, so I don't feel bad
Yeah.
saying this. I was so certain that Second Chance was going to sweep that year.
Yeah,
I was
I kind of
so
thought so too.
certain. I was shocked. This is, and I love these moments in the Hellies. Like I was
Yeah. Oh yeah,
shocked.
absolutely like upturn type thing. Like
Yeah, I was like, could not guess who was going to win, but I was like, Second Chance is going to win something because it was like
no.
it was because this is honestly one of the most interesting years in the Hellies, especially for the roleplay section because
Yeah.
you really couldn't guess. I had no idea who was going to
And
win.
the if you're just looking at like the stories and styles of the RPs that were in that year,
Yeah.
it was so varied. And I think that's why you couldn't guess, is because the fact that all of them were so wildly different in one way or another.
Yeah, it was so I would peek in there every now and again. It wasn't particularly for me, but I was like peeking in there and every now and again I was like, oh, this is the one. But also like Writers Archive started the trend of like sort of being
Yeah.
this very different. And honestly, and shout out to Rune Draconic, who essentially was the adopter of the threads in RPs.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I still don't necessarily love threads and RPs because I feel like it cuts off characters from being able to interact
True.
and it like stops people from reading and I feel that if outsiders can read your RP and kind of like glance at it and kind of understand what's going on, you're more likely to get their vote even if they don't care about RP.
That's true.
Um
That is true.
and I feel like that's harder with threads. But
But you won. You won for Writers Archive. So you were not
yeah.
expecting this, I'm assuming.
I was not, no,
I
because
was not either.
I don't think anybody was, but
Yep.
I'm okay with it. It was fun. It was fun and it was different, and there was a lot of different stuff happening that year.
Yeah.
It was an experimental RP year.
Yeah. All three RP categories, I was like, didn't guess that, didn't guess that, didn't guess that. Including this next one, for Best Roleplay Story, you were nominated once again for Seven Sins. And reminder that
Yeah.
Seven Sins still is the longest, not only the longest running, but also the most. What am I trying to say? It has been consecutively nominated the most times. There we go.
Yes.
Um, you're up against River Kingdom, Rain City News, Grimm's Realm, The Writer's Archive, Second Chance, Arcane Academy, Algernon Asylum, and Redwood. Was 2023 the last year that Seven Sins was happening, or was that next year?
No, that's
Four.
2024 was the
Okay.
last year because I specifically killed it in like October so that it couldn't be nominated for 2025.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
that was a decision that I made. I was like, we have to kill it on the 31st so that you guys cannot nominate it. I don't, Colonel, I will let fire feed you to their dogs.
Great.
I will let it happen.
Great.
Yeah.
And the stuff I'll do to you before the dogs. Anyway, so where do you think Seven Sins landed out of nine nominees?
I'm gonna say fourth just because of how much experimental stuff was going on. I think people are getting that was like the start of Seven Sins burnout. Like
You lost by one vote. You were second place.
what
Seven
the
Sins was second place behind.
that's
It was a tie between Writers Archive and Rain City News, which once again,
that
big
is
big shocker.
wild. Because I like no offense to people who are not no offense to Seven Sins enjoyers, but like it was kind of nothing was happening in there. It was just vampires drinking and flirting. I guess that's what you wanted.
Maybe. I mean, so you were also nominated for best short form written piece, for Ice Spires. Oh, I have the wrong one. Ice Spires.
Oh yeah, that was one of my little poems. I was doing
Yes.
poetry that year.
Tell us about this piece.
I super don't remember what specifically caused me to want to write that, but it's so where I used to live, the last time I lived in this town that I currently live in actually, um I lived like out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere on a farm. And there was this patch of ground between my house and the woods because I lived in the woods, where the sun basically never shone. And because of that, grass didn't really grow there. And we have like this high clay content soil and everything like that. So whenever it would freeze at night in the winter, the moisture in the ground would cause these literal little ice spires to sort of creep out of the ground, like grow out of the ground. And as a kid, I always used to enjoy going out on these frosty days and stomping on them. And so, I was thinking about this one day, in 2023, and I was thinking about how I can kind of relate to those weird little ice spires that grow out of the ground.
Mm.
I was just in my feelings that day, and it was like a nostalgia thing, but like bitterly because my childhood fucking sucked. But those little ice spires were really pretty in a weird sort of way, and I also enjoyed crunching them under my feet.
Very you.
Yeah.
You're up against Scarlet Wax by Void, The Skull Card by Helena, The Cursed One by Shadow, Visions of Someone by Zoe, My Selfish Wish by Coda, and Some Missing by Sup. Where do you think you landed out of seven
Um,
nominees? You've been pretty good at guessing so far.
Second.
Except second place. Nice job.
Hmm.
Behind by 2 votes.
Oh, that's nice.
You're nominated once again for Writer of the Year against Kermit, Swift, Void, Coda, and Zoe.
Oh, no Jesse that year.
No Jesse that year, I know.
No Jesse that year.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say second again, but that might be a little me caring about myself kind of dealy there.
You should always care about yourself because you're correct. It was second place.
Mm.
So take
I
that.
thought like I couldn't remember like who else was like writing a lot that year, and I think I did like a lot of poetry that year. That
Yep.
was like my poetry year.
You tied with future winner Zoe. So there
Yeah.
you go. Or
But
past
see,
winner.
that's who I was. That's why I was like, maybe that's a little because I was thinking Zoe would probably take second.
Yeah, that was the year that Kermit
So
won. She loved that.
yeah.
Oh gosh, I just did a bunch of weird stuff with my computer. Okay, there we go. You were nominated for Best Audio Video Piece for Character Practice 2 against Slow Flame by Nathaniel, Blurred by Kermit, Doggo GIF
Ooh.
by Masamoyed, Let's Boogie by Mika, Slaughter Sally by Haley, and Pumpkin Carving by Ivy. And you won, tying with Let's Boogie by Mika. I'm going to post your
Character
piece right here.
Character Practice 2 was my Rue piece. Yeah, there you go. It also had a still version, which I am just posting now. That is actually a little bit karma inspired, a little bit inspired by just me finding cool outfits on Pinterest, and also just finding a cool kind of pose and stuff. And
Good.
but Rue is a side character from Seven Sins who is a sort of like was a closeted trans girl. And fun fact for anyone who didn't know this, but Rue is also the reincarnation version of Karma. So that's why it was like a little bit of Karma piece. So that's why you're kind of getting Karma vibes from the like little heart thing and everything else like that.
Love it.
But they had very different the ways that they happened turned out very different because obviously one of them becomes a reincarnated vampire tiefling girl and one of them just becomes a vampire and has to live like that. Fuck you.
Is it hard to animate that? Or is that part easy?
Actually, that's pretty easy. You just draw the pieces and then move them and then move them back. Basically,
Fair enough.
it's super easy. The hardest part was getting the background to change on the hands. I think
Oh, okay.
because if you look, the line art and the background changes on the hands,
Oh.
and the way that I did that is there's an entire extra 2 layers over the hands, and the hands are just masking it.
Love it.
Yeah.
You won, of course. You were also nominated for Best Lewd Piece for Dave X Rex Smut.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about this piece?
I like gay boys.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were nominated against Afterlight Image by Buckaroo, Medusi by Gamma Cruchador, Turning Up the Steam by Mari, That Something Horny Has Finally Arrived by Swift Cut Lassie, My Neck, My Back by Tao, and To Be Drained by You by Miss Neko Cat. Where do you think you landed out of?
Oh God,
7?
that was. I'm gonna say third because there were some really good ones that year.
You were second behind Gamma Cruchador.
Really?
Yes, you were second. So hi Missile, I hear ya. How you doing?
I know, missile launcher. Come here, baby cat.
Hopefully future Helly winner.
Possible future heli. Ow, she's attacking me. There's a reason she's named after a weapon. She has drawn more blood than anything else in this household.
Love it. This is Missile Launcher's campaign for Helly win this year. You were nominated for Best Digital Art Piece with Sir Boring. Did you expect this piece to win from your folder, first of all?
Actually, I'm really glad that it did because of how much fucking work I put into it. And I have redrawn him since then and given him more armor because obviously he's not wearing like half of it in that picture. But I hate drawing armor, guys. I hate it. So I'm glad you guys like this piece because I hate armor so much. But I love Karma and her stupid cop husband.
This was your first time winning Best Digital, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this was it. 'Cause I remember you really wanting it very early on, and it kept eluding you, and you finally won.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
This is excellent.
I'm really proud of it.
Um,
I also love my stupid cop husband.
I love my super comedy. So this is funny because you've done this twice. You've tied twice with the same Hellion. So you
Wow.
tied this one with Mika as well. Best digital art piece and best audio video piece. And beating out the likes of Miss Eldridge Maltavour, Diesel, Omai, Siva, Velk, CD, Dino, Mari, Willow, Biscuit, Soya, Masamoyed, Faye, Helena, Amakitten, Kermit, Buckaroo, Gotcha, Pink Floof, and Dizzy. It was a good one. You finally won.
Huh. Yeah, it did.
This is kind of your Leo DiCaprio moment. This is good.
Yeah, this is the one that I screamed about. Like when we were actually doing the
Oh,
Hellies, I'm like, I finally won! I finally won!
finally.
And you were like, bitch, you have won like 900 fucking Hellies. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, I wanted this one now. Fuck you.
You and Coda are so similar this way, where y'all, it doesn't matter what y'all win, you'll be like, if I don't win this one, it's
Yeah,
this
I
one.
want this specific one, and I don't care about the other ones. If I win 100 Hellies but don't win this one, it doesn't matter and it doesn't count.
Doesn't matter. You're also nominated for Best New Hell City Art Piece for 70s Demon, which we alluded to earlier.
Yes, I do love this one so much still to this day.
So, so good.
The
Love
lava
the hair.
lamp,
Love it. This is so
the
brilliant.
reflection of the light onto like the boots and everything. Just ooh,
Y'all are like
it's so
so,
nice.
and like the details, everyone is so brilliant with the way that they use red, demon, and fire in
Yeah.
various ways. And this is one of my favorites where it's just like this is so creative about like the lava lamp, the
The
red.
lava
It just is
lamp
like
horn.
so smart. It's so smart. It's
Yeah.
so clever. And this was a second win in a row for you. Well deserved. Up against Coda, Kermit. You tied with Biscuit for the Heli Award. Um, they're drawing the Heli Award. Masamoy Advel, Dino, Nalam, and Swiftcut Lassie. Now, my question to you is between
Hmm.
70s Demon and your previous winning piece for Her Majesty, Her Queen, or
No.
which do you prefer?
Oh, ooh, that's a really tough one. I think I actually prefer the other one with the pink and the blue wig
Okay.
and like the everything because I while this one is definitely like a more like well put together piece, I just really like how absolutely extra that first one was, you know? Like it's just like the extra hair, the so many like hair pieces, the spell tag that just says bitch. I'm sorry, but
Yes.
it's like you really can't beat
Yes.
that.
Oh, so good, so good.
But the
Um,
lava lamp horn is just
Lava Hammer is
like
so
that's the
good.
yeah.
It's so good. You were nominated for Most Improved Artist. How did you feel about your improvement this year versus last year?
I feel like this one definitely actually has more improvement, though I don't think that I picked two pieces that really showed off that improvement very well. Uh, but I do feel like there's more improvement. I think the year after this, though, is the one that I think has the most improvement, which I think was last year. I think we're on
You're all,
2023 now, so
yep.
2024. Yeah.
So the Most Improved Artist nominees were, of course, Dio, Swift, Willow, Vel, Zozo64, Biscuit, and Amakatan. Where do you think you landed?
Um, third?
Second, lost by one vote.
Really?
Mm-hmm. One
There's a lot of
single
that. I
vote.
don't know who that one vote is, but I think I'm gonna have to like execute them so that I can finally beat you.
It is okay because you made up for it by winning Artist of the Year for 2023 against Zozo, Kermit, Biscuit, Masamoyed, Consistently Depressed, Swiftcut Lassie, Willow, Sadburb, Mari, and Amakitten. Did you
Yeah,
feel
this is the
this
one
is
that I
good?
screamed about
This is
too.
good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
So, oh, I keep wanting to get to this one question, but I'll get to it later. But it's about how many artist ones you've won and which ones you haven't, and how far you are to winning all of them. Anyway, so good job on winning that. And
Yay.
then you were nominated for Best Combined Quote once with moi.
Yeah.
Um,
We're very funny
we
together.
are very funny together. And it's called Lamau, Lma. LMAO, and you said, "Yeah,
Wow.
me too, Lamau." I say Lamau because it's sad, and I said, "I can't wait to do that at my next funeral."
True.
I don't know what I meant by that, but okay. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, shout out to you might notice in that screenshot, my name is Idiot Asshole. That is because that was when I was still running Sarasano's comic, and he refers to my character, the character who is literally me, as Idiot Asshole, so I changed my name to that on Discord. Like, I'm not the asshole who writes him, too, so I really just called myself Idiot Asshole and then changed my name to Idiot Asshole for you guys'
Wow,
entertainment.
wow. Out of 22 nominees, we ended up getting third place, so not bad. But we lost to 3 Miles Gay, which was a great quote by Nep and Pancake.
Yeah, 3 miles gay.
3 Miles Gay. You were nominated for best solo quote, one of my favorites, called "Weaponized Lesbian Ponies,"
Yes.
which also could have been a best level up. Maybe it was. I'm not sure, but
It was. I think it's also there's a different level up that is a different because you'll see. Well, now I've leveled up twice with lesbian ponies. So
yes. Oh, this is the one that actually won for your best level up, which was the aunties.
yeah,
But your lesbian ponies one, it said you said it's called lesbian ponies with weapons, and then you leveled up and said, "Well, I now leveled up twice with lesbian ponies." Just love it,
no.
love it. And then yeah, this is aunties. No, so great. And the aunties are what are those Pokemon? What are they?
So that is Gardevoir and Delphox, and they're wearing like trans pride flag colors because both of them are like notably feminine shaped Pokemon, but you can get them as guys or girls. And they came out with a pride version where they're wearing the pride flag version and or the pride or the trans flags colors, and they're like holding hands. And so I named them the dual income child free lesbian aunts based on this picture of two bandana skins next to each other. And it was like a meme that I was referencing specifically. I would have to look for a while for it because I remember last time I tried to find it, I couldn't find it very easily.
That's great. Um, welcome, Reese. You so I'll tell you, you got third place on that one, by the way. Um, let's. Oh, you were also nominated for best NHC event for NHCPI, The Cryptid Files. Do you remember this?
Yes, that is the comic that I was specifically referencing when I named myself Idiot Asshole. And I found the meme almost immediately, so I'm
Perfect.
just stupid apparently. Um, when you're double income, no kids, lesbian aunts show up to unleash the gift reckoning on Christmas. And it's like your experiences are not universal, but God, I wish they were.
That's great. Oh,
Yeah,
is that? Oh, that's Bayonetta. Oh,
that's Bayonetta.
that's great.
Which I mean, she's so iconic, anyways. So,
Can you explain for the folks who didn't know what the Cryptid Files were? 'Cause I thought they were
it
really cool.
was a MSPFA style comic that utilized everyone in NHC's responses to the panel for the next panel to happen. Look, I might go back and do it because there's like the comic was supposed to do the lore for the cryptids that I was doing that year, but it took forever and I got hand cramps a lot because I was
Yeah.
pumping out like 30 of these comic panels a week and each one was animated, and I started hand animating them and then quickly realized that I wanted to die, and I don't know how people do that, and then I started doing more like just move things across the screen animation.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to go back and do that again, I would want to get my hands on an actual animation software because I'm doing it right now in Clip Studio. The normal Clip Studio, not Clip Studio 2, Clip Studio, just regular Clip Studio. And I can only do like 15-second uh I can only do 25 frames. That's the maximum number of frames that I can do. So I can't really do the sort of things that I want to do. And that's the primary reason that I stopped doing it is because it's really hard to get the GIFs for each panel to be the way that they are. Or that I want them to be rather. But you can check out the comic series by either going to the comic channel in NHC and scrolling up for 4 years, or by checking out the link to the MSPFA website and checking, which I can post somewhere,
There you go. There you go.
and you can find it that way.
Find it. I will say, and I don't often admit this, I think you should have won this year. I think you should have won Best NHC event.
Yeah.
And I think Nalam would agree, by the way. Nalam was also very surprised that he won for Gardic Phone since no one showed up.
I
But
I showed up
you
occasionally.
did
I
show up.
showed up every chance that I could, and I really enjoyed it every time I was there. And
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed that I couldn't show up more often because I would usually be like, "Oh, I want to show up," and then I'd sleep through it.
Yeah.
I'll admit that I slept through it like every time.
We got to do more events here. You were nominated for the Bringer Award for bringing Rune Draconic,
Yeah,
one of the front runners for Best New Member, and you won.
yeah,
Thanks for bringing Rune. He doesn't show up
yeah.
anymore, but thanks for bringing Rune.
He occasionally pokes his head in
He will.
around here or around the server that I brought him from.
Nice.
And it's usually just to pop in like, "Hi, I haven't messaged here in a while. How you guys doing?" Type of deal.
Rune's got the
Very
cutest
sweet,
voice.
very casual.
Rune's got the cutest
Yeah.
voice. You finally were nominated for Most Contributing Community Member, which is our basically our mod of the year for community members for being
Yeah.
everywhere. You're up against Amakitten, Minnie, Sergeant Pepper, Void, Masamoya, Nalam, and Jin Kazama. Wow, this is old. Um,
No.
um, you ended up losing to a tie between Masa and Pepper.
Which I'm super okay with because I love them both.
Totally. Where do you think you landed out of 8 nominees?
Ooh, 8.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be vague and say second or third again, but you're gonna yell at me to just pick one, so I'm gonna say second.
You are second, and you were lost by 1 vote.
Oh,
Once again.
wow. Oh my gosh. 1 vote away from having a 3-way tie for most contributing community member?
Yep.
That would have been wild. That would have been insane fire.
That would have been insane.
iconic.
If only there was a 3-way tie that was ever to happen. Oh, wait. Let's hit up
Oh, yeah.
2024. Oh, wait. So.
What a segue.
Welcome to 2024. You were nominated for Best NHC Meme for Persona Fantasy 3, which I hate you for this one. I hate you for this one. And you will see why. Because I fucking made a mistake.
Yeah. It was-
I hate y'all.
so
Yeah. Go ahead.
this style of meme is really, really popular in the server that I got Rune from, actually, where it's like, oh, screenshot, but we like make it funny and weird, right? Like, oh, we say that these characters are the same as these different characters, or like occasionally it'll be like a screenshot of like a deep sea photo, and somebody will just like screenshot or like Photoshop Sephiroth in there or something. It's very funny and weird and strange. So that's what I was going for there, and I think Nolan did a better version of it that was funnier, but.
This is good. You were nominated against Fire Demon Be Like by Sayori, Gluttony by Giggert, Fire Demon Was Here by the Colonel, and Archstone of the Demon Fire Lurker by Devin Warlord. All making fun of me, of course. And the Colonel won.
You're very funny.
But where do you think you landed out of 5 nominees?
Second.
4th.
Really?
I know,
Very
4th.
stiff competition that year.
know.
I had to Google Persona 3, by the way, because I don't know. It's an anime game. I don't play anime or read games. Like, what do you want from me?
Okay, all right. Okay, I guess so. Well, it's okay because you won Mean Maester for I think the 2nd time in a row, or at least the 2nd time ever. I don't know. I can't keep track.
Yeah.
You won against Minnie, KMM Green, Devin Warlord, Ray, Colonel, and Sayori, of course. You were also nominated for Foodie Queen. I guess you were still at a kitchen back then.
Yeah, I did.
In 2024 against Ivy, Kermit, Giggert, CD, SD Sammy, Iceman, Defreeze God, Masa Moyed, and
I don't think I've ever won
Chelsea.
foodie,
You've not
even
won Foodie.
like, because I don't post a lot of food, but I do post like recipes that I find that I think are neat, or recipes that I have that I know are neat. Where like my food reviews are always fun.
Yes.
I review monster flavors mostly now. I still
Yes.
actually owe you guys one
Bring
monster
that
flavor review.
back. Bring that back. Yes. Unless they're owned by
I owe you
Nestle.
guys the Viking berry monster flavor review.
Berry. These
The
like
Viking berry.
hyper masculine ass flavors. They're like
The
fire.
can is pink. So like
What? Or do we have monster drinkers in the chat right now? Reese, are you a monster drinker? Colonel, Jesse, Coda. I don't. Swift is definitely not a monster drinker. Minnie. Um, I guess drop your favorite monster flavor in the chat. I guess. Um, so out of 9 nominees, where do you think you landed in Z votes?
For
Foodie
what?
Queen.
I've forgotten. Oh, Foodie Queen. I don't know, like seventh.
Fifth. You got fifth. Not bad.
That wasn't too far off. I
That was too far
didn't like I said, I don't post pictures of my food usually because my kitchen is a fucking mess and it's really hard for me to find a place to take a picture of my food.
That's fair.
Especially if it's something that I made, because then my kitchen is even more of a mess. I am a messy person.
You were nominated for Bot Babes against Kind Cat, Jesse, Swiftcut Lassie, Giggert, Pancake, and of course yourself. It was your last year botting it up, 2024. You giving
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
botness? That's fair.
It's not that I've given up. I've just like relaxed a bit. Though I very recently Jesse got my weird gay evil wizard husband and in the bot waifu channel and gave him to me. So that's thank you, Jesse. Shout out to Jesse
Shout out
for
to
giving
Jesse.
me Enki from Fear and Hunger because I really like Fear and Hunger. I'm a little bit obsessed.
Shout out to Jesse. You did not win that one out of
No.
6. Where'd you get?
Out of 6?
Yeah.
Second,
Second,
third. Who
that's right.
knows? It's like yeah,
Second.
out of 6, like yeah, whatever. It's
Then it
but
gets
it's
easier.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
DJ of the year, you Zoe Mini. That's it. You Zoe Mini. DJ
Who won that one? Was it
Zoe.
Minnie?
Zoe won that one.
Zoe. Yeah, that there's been like there's not been enough music. We might have to do some music in
We need some more music,
in
y'all.
in this year of our Lord 2025. We need music because the vibes is the only thing that are gonna save us.
That's right. You got second place that year. I'm gonna put you out of your misery on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
You were nominated for the very first time for best comedic screenshot for Talkin' Trash from Honkai Star Rail. This is when y'all were loving Honkai Star Rail.
Oh yeah, I still like Honkai Star Rail. I just don't play it anymore. It's like if you were like one of those games that like yeah. If you're one of those games that wants me to log in every day, it's not gonna happen. I don't care enough. Like this is the thing. And Fire, I know you know this about me, even if you only know it in the back of your mind, the back of your heart.
Oh, I know.
But I have the opposite of fear of missing out, and it's the I don't give a shit and can't be bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, this is a time-sensitive thing. Join now, or you'll miss it forever. And it's like, okay, bye.
I'm with you. I have a fear of being included. How about that?
Fear of being included, yes.
fear of leaving my bed.
No.
You were nominated with screenshots against Devin Warlord from Unicorn Overlord, Fortnite, Fallout 4, and Super Mario Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Where do you think you landed on that one?
Not very high. The trash cans, the talking trash cans are very funny, but I know that like there's a lot of really good screenshots. I think Minnie does a lot more of the very pretty screenshots.
He does do the pretties.
I know that Devin does a lot of comedic screenshots. A lot of them are bullying you because it's funny.
That's true. That's true.
And I know that our dearest big booba enjoyer, whose name has suddenly escaped me.
That's Pepper.
Pepper, yes, Pepper. I'm so sorry. Fucking sorry, Pepper. Posts a little bit of column A, little column B. I never know what Pep's gonna post. Maybe it's a big booba waifu. Maybe it's a beautiful screenshot of the most heartbreaking scene in a video game you could possibly imagine, and maybe it's just like some graffiti that says "Fire is butt" and then like a guy ragdolled butt over himself. Like,
True. That does happen.
Yeah.
We got third place.
So, really,
we got third place in that
for
one.
trash cans.
For trash cans, for talking trash
Think about
cans.
that, people. Think about that.
You were nominated for this is now we're back in your tabletop for Reese from Rise of the Rune Lords.
Yes, Reese. I already posted all of my Reese art. I love Reese so much. Reese and his gay wizard husband, who is not actually gay and they're not actually married. Though Gloria and I keep joking about it. And Return of the Rune Lords, please, Colonel. I will kiss
Colonel. Bring it back. Do 3 campaigns at one time. Do 3 campaigns at one time. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Back to me being threatened, and I said, "I'll kiss you," and he goes, "Called it."
Love it. Love it. What can you tell us about this hot character?
Reese is a okay. So I said I posted all of my Reese fan art. That's actually not true. I drew some out of him, and I did not post that. You guys can have to. You're gonna have to dig through the recesses of the porn chat down in the basement if you want to find it, because I'm not posting it. But Reese is a very sort of straight-laced priest for a goddess who is only good by the merits of killing evil. She does not do good. She just kills evil so hard that it kind of evens out. Any good act of good she actually commits is purely accidental because it just happened on her way to kill something that was evil. Oh, I didn't post the one of him in the chair. You're right, Coda. I think that's because it's in a different folder. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is in fact in a different folder. But he is very much in that same vein, in that he mostly wants to destroy evil as violently as possible. And he does a lot of necromancy spells, and he's also just really funny in a way that he isn't trying to be funny, but his entire he's the group mom of his gaggle of very strange children, including the Muppet lizard, the spider, the hyper violent whatever the fuck Onyx is. And then, of course, his wizard husband, and they're the parents for, okay, bye, cat. My cat just jumped on the desk, knocked over my monster can, and then fell off my desk.
Nice. Well, you had the honor of losing to a 3-way tie, which happened 3 times this year. It finally happened for Swift. Swift's been predicting it every year until now. You lost to Winifred House of Pooh, the third from Wrath of the Ratchets, played by Colonel, and Alexander Rise of the Rune Lords from Gloria, and
Alexander is Reese's husband, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
And Alfalfa. Yeah, that was a good one. You were nominated.
Was I in second place?
You were. Let me see. Actually, so you're saying you're in second place. You were actually in. Second place.
Okay,
Nice.
good. I'm okay with losing to 3 people at once.
Yeah. There you go. You were.
But if I was in third place, I'd probably have to box somebody.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. You were nominated 4 times for Best Tabletop Cast out of 8, so you had a 50-50 chance of winning. You were nominated in Kingmaker, Rise of the Rune Lords, Calamity Reborn, and Wrath of the Righteous. Wrath of the Ratchet.
That's what it feels like sometimes.
Wrath of the Ratchet. And you were against Jailbreak, MSK. I call it MSK, but Kagurame. And Villains of La Liga. So, what did you what of your casts, Kingmaker, Rise, Calamity, and Wrath, what did you expect to win, and what did you want to win?
I really, really wanted Rise to win for obvious reasons. I'm still obsessed with it. And I kind of thought that was this the year that Calamity was up?
That's right.
Calamity was up. Calamity or Kingmaker would have been that's where I would have put my money, but I really wanted Rise to win.
Well, you got your wish. Rise did win against with Tales of Birdust, so we had a huge winner list that year. Also, these 2 wins made a ton of first-time Heli winners out of folks, including Onyx, who finally got.
Also, those two things happen at the same time, or at least they used to.
Those 2 things. Yes.
Saturday.
Yes.
They tied and everything. They just can't get away from each other. It's like they're like holding hands.
Magic spot.
Yeah.
Yes, Rise of the Rune Lords. Bring Return to the Rune Lords. Apparently everyone wants it.
I don't know about everyone, but the Rise cast definitely does. Colonel gets threatened like on a bi-weekly basis to bring it back. Especially because I'm still trying to draw Xanderul / Alexander. Which, spoilers for Rise, if you haven't been paying attention for the last 2 years, where have you been? Um,
Fair enough.
every time have to draw my dearest husband Alexander, I'm like, so when return
When return.
when return.
You won for the third time in a row. I believe you have the longest streak of winning best tabletop short and long form campaign for Kagurame. Tell us about MSK.
Maho Shoujo Kagurame is, or Kagurame as I like to call it because I don't know. Um, it it was a magical girl campaign based in the system Fate, set in a country that doesn't exist called New Mesros, and uh, in it there's like cults and evil shadow monsters and a dead goddess. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't if you have been living under a rock and missed the plot of that too. Um, and the theme was friendship. And at the very last session, there was like this game show run by the big bad evil, where the whole point of it was to just make the player characters fight. And it worked. They sucked. They could not get their shit together and agree on anything for like 2 whole hours, and it was amazing. I had so much fun. They didn't. I had fun.
Nice. Very, very nice. With this win, oh, by the way, you beat Rise of the Rune Lords, Kingmaker, Villains of La Liga, Tales of Burdusk, and Jailbreak. With this win, Dio now has the longest streak of winning best short or long form tabletop campaign.
Oh,
So, congratulations to Dio. And
vote for Fallout Winter of Adam.
Dio also, from all, there you go, keep the streak going. And I forgot to mention that last 2023, Dio is the only Hellion to win that category for the same campaign. So there you go.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Iconic behavior. Game Master of the Year, Colonel, Gloria, Kitten, Pancake, Daisy, Dio.
I lost to Gloria that year, didn't I?
You did not.
Or was that the year before?
Gloria's never won this
Gloria's
award.
never won?
Colonel won this one. This is the one
Colonel
where
won this
Colonel's
one.
won twice now.
Oh yeah, and he threw a little fit about it
He
because he always
certainly
throws a fit
did.
when he gets.
He certainly did, Colonel.
Because Colonel's such a great dungeon
Colonel's
master,
a
and we
dungeon
love him so
master.
much,
Love
and we
him.
love the campaigns he runs. They're so much fun,
Love him.
and that's why I keep bullying him to run Return, because I love his games, and he's really good at writing them and making me connected to the story and the world. So suck it.
I love that he tried to divert the wins. He ended up winning by 42% of the votes. He ended up winning
Damn.
by a landslide. Where do you think you placed out of 6?
Well, I want to say third because I want to be behind Gloria. Like, I'd be okay with that.
You got second and you tied with Kitten.
Oh, I'm okay with that too.
There you go. You moving into your roleplay section, you were nominated for the final time for Max from Seven Sins.
Yes, Max's last possible win, and he didn't. And I'm okay with that, honestly, because like I said, I was trying to kill that RP. I was waiting for the first time that they started like limping or something, so I could drag it out behind the shed and old yeller it like. I threatened to do it like 3 times, and every time I threatened, everybody would start posting more. I'm like, you let me do this.
Well, I think it's because when you threaten to end an RP, it sounds like you're saying like, "You guys suck. You guys didn't support this RP. Let me kill it."
No, it's just like, hey, we aren't playing this anymore. Is it okay if I just throw the blanket over it and we move on to something that we might have fun with? And everybody's like, no, I'm not done playing with these blocks.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't. It's like when a toddler, when you're like, hey, you don't really play with this car anymore. Is it okay if I give it to the neighbor's kid? No, it's my favorite car.
Yep. So, yes. Are you gonna miss Max at all?
I love Max. I don't know that I'd miss him.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he's a fun character. Like I like him, but it's just like, yeah, it's whatever,
Yeah.
Like there's definitely characters that I would miss more. Like if I stopped playing Caddy, I'd miss Caddy a lot.
Oh, Caddy.
Yeah.
That was good. You lost to Jazz from Sin City and Luna from Alien Annihilation.
Also, Jazz, great character.
Thank you.
Loved him.
Thank Keeping
Yeah.
it jazz. You were nominated for pretty much every cast possible. So there was Truly Yours, Cool RP by
That one was
Swift,
so much fun.
Plasma Isles, Synth City, Seven Sins, and Grimm's Realm. What was your
Yeah.
expected winner, and what was your hopeful winner or hopeful
I
whatever?
really expected Truly Yours to do like numbers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Because
Spoiler.
that one was like super unique, but maybe it was a little too unique and too experimental. People didn't really
I
appreciate what it
think it was a
was.
little ahead of its time. I think
Yeah.
Truly Yours was a little ahead of its time.
It was so much fun though.
It was a great one. You ended up winning for Synth City. There's also Lucille Academy and Murdoch Mansion, but you won with Synth City. You and Kitten, I believe, are the only two Hellions to be nominated every single year that this award has been offered,
Yeah.
and you both have
Yeah.
won the most. Most because you were also always in the same one, so it helps.
Yeah, like that. Well, I mean that streak is. I think that streak broke this year, maybe last, but like his Kitten's kind of not really RPing anymore.
That's true.
And like every time it's like, hey, Coda, you want to RP with me this weekend? It's like, yeah, and then I had to like force at gunpoint to make posts. Uh, so like.
That's fair. That is fair.
No shade or anything, because I know Coda's in chat. Ping you. I do ping you. I'll ping you and then message you. I'll ping you with the response, wait 2 hours, and then I'll DM you or like mention in voice chat. I'll be like, hey, when are you gonna reply to me? And you're like, oh yeah, that. I guess I'll type now.
Love that.
Like I don't want to have to drag you to have fun with me. It's not fun if I feel like I'm forcing you.
Um,
Gosh.
I
Shouldn't
believe.
have to throw you in the back of my van to take you out to the bar, okay? Like
I believe. I don't know if you and Coda are tied for this, but I believe you have the most best roleplay cast wins of all time. I can't. There's no way I'm going to count that, but I'm pretty sure it's true.
I think Swift.
You think Swift?
Actually,
Well, no, because you got
I
an early.
think,
You got an early because of 2020 and 2021. Because remember, Seven
but
Sins
isn't
won.
oh, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right.
So
I yeah, but
that is fair.
I don't
Swift
think
might
it'll
be
stay
like
that way. I
one
think Swift's gonna
behind.
catch up.
Swift
Yeah,
might be one
I
behind.
think Swift's only one behind, and I
Yeah,
think that'll change
that's true.
this year probably.
I'm excited for there's one day there's going to be a tie for best roleplay cast, and someone's going to win twice for the
Oh
same
my gosh.
category, which will be great.
Yeah.
It's never happened before. The final time Seven Sins has been nominated for best roleplay story.
Yeah.
So good. What an iconic
And it
run.
didn't win, and it didn't deserve it. So like just so we're however many nominations there were, where do I think I landed? It better have been last, okay, people?
It was not last. It was third place, but you know, it's fine. It lost by a landslide if it makes you feel any better.
It does because like that year it was like it was so slow and so dead, and I kept being like, "Hey, can I please take this shit off the market?" And people were like, "No, like I'll post more. And it's like we can do fun stuff together." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine," but I'm tired.
Yeah. Just listen. You just gotta. I've just learned to not give anyone choice. I
Yeah.
just dog on to say you're doing this.
Oh yeah.
Your
Yeah, I know. Your RPs.
your
they're
character's
really
going
nice
into
because-
a building and going through flames, and then you're gonna come out and we're gonna find out
Yeah,
what
it's an
happens.
incinerator. Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. No talking about it.
You're like this RP ends in 5 days because I'm deleting it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Everyone dies. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Destruction. Yes.
And I love that.
Seven Sins literally birthed the RP section. So like Seven Sins is not to be under whatever the
I
word
would say
is.
that the original Grimm's was the Hell's Bells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Together, Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
Seven Sins.
Hell's
yes.
Bells and Seven Sins.
That's
Yeah.
right.
There was
Absolutely.
and Hell's Bell. Shout out to Hell's Bells for existing and then making everybody think they had to put hell in the title of their
Oh.
fucking RP.
Fully. I
Yeah.
think everyone thought that was an absolute rule. That's absolutely
Yeah.
true. So, R.I.P. to Seven Sins. We will miss you. You were loved. You were iconic.
You were loved, but thank God.
Thank God. You were nominated for best audio video piece for a piece I thought I was pretty sure was going to win for Lemonade.
Yeah,
Um,
I really like that one too. It's just I don't know if it was a great AV piece, but I really enjoyed the base one too. That was another like in my feels experimenty piece because I hate the color yellow. But like
mm,
all of the studies say that yellow is like the bestest, happiest color. And if you wear a lot of yellow, you're a happy person. And if you hate the color yellow, you're probably depressed and shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever, eat dick. Like I don't care. It's still ugly.
you've somehow made yellow scary in this photo, though, so I don't know what that says
Yeah,
about
that
me, but
well, like that was the point of this, is that I wanted it to be this sort of like toxically, like unnaturally bright yellow, because it's sort of like that. Oh, you're depressed? Have you ever just considered like being happy? Have you ever just like maybe go outside and like jog because that makes me happy, and I think that your problem is just that you suck and you should just try harder to be happy. So that's kind of what the vibe was,
this
and
is a good
that's why
one.
it's like lemons and stuff. It's like toxic happiness or toxic
Yes.
positivity.
Love the layers. Love the layers.
Yeah.
You were nominated against Stupid Video by Masamoyed, Silly Head Pats by Some Random Furry, Tear My Heart Apart by Tao, Faces by Olive, and Haircut by Maddie. You
Yeah.
lost to Olive. Where do you
Yeah.
think you landed, though? Six nominations, six nominees.
Uh, second, maybe third.
Second, lost by one vote.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I keep losing by one vote. Who's this
Mm-hmm.
one voter? I'm gonna
Who
find
is
them.
who is this
I
one
don't know who
voter?
you are.
Um, I don't know if this is your first time being nominated for this, but best craft piece for this pink beanie. Um,
No, it's my second time.
second time. Okay.
Second time, yeah.
What?
But yeah, that's my sister's hat. I made that hat for my sister.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really
That's
cute.
her Christmas present. It took me 2 years to make it.
That's really cute. How did
Yeah.
was it hard?
No, I'm just really lazy and I was using the loom to make different hats. I made like 4 beanies at this point. Um, I've actually got 2 of them sitting next to me because I wear them sometimes when my hair is wet.
There you go. Love
Because I
it.
don't have a bonnet and I'm sick and tired of my hair being in places. One of these days I'm gonna like post a selfie and I'm gonna have like a shaved head. Like you guys just need to be prepared for that because I'm sick and
Oh,
tired of dealing with this.
man, I'm excited about that. You lost to uh, one of Haley's horrible creations.
Yeah.
Horrible in a good way. Horrible in like
Haley
a.
is yeah,
Haley's
Haley's
mine.
got like the crafts are so varied too. Like
Ha-
really it shows off an extensive like number of different craft skills. So I'm okay with that. Haley's absolutely getting wins and she deserves them. So
Haley is either like, I'm cutesy, I went to the thrift store, here's someone getting their head chopped open. Those are
yeah, it's
very,
great. It's
yeah,
very fitting of this server,
very
I think.
fitting. Best digital art piece for Merle Dramatic. Tell us about this piece.
Yes. Uh, I drummed that out in 2 hours, and I hate the fact that it's one of my best pieces because I drummed it out. I think it was actually under 2 hours from sketch to final product. And yeah, I was just feeling Merle that day. I saw this reference image that was like this girl wearing like clown makeup and looking sad while over like a birthday cake. And I just loved it so much and the lighting was so wild. I wanted to like sort of recreate it and I decided Merle would be a perfect fit for it. Merle with like a nosebleed because Merle's always got a nosebleed. Um and yeah, I hate the fact that I managed to drum that out in 2 hours and I'll work for like 20 hours on a piece and it won't look nearly as good. Really pisses me off. I don't know why my art skills do this, but
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
also
Um,
fun fact for you guys, if you guys see that one versus the other one and you're wondering what the difference is and why the colors are so like pop, if you ever finish a piece and you're thinking the colors aren't quite coloring, put a layer over the top of everything, fill it with either really dark, really saturated blue or really dark, really saturated purple, set it to
nice.
overlay and then about 20-15% and or just adjust the opacity to however much you want. And that'll really make your colors color. It'll really bring out the reds and stuff and the reds and oranges.
Did you expect to win this
Yeah.
one?
No, I did not because again, I cranked that out in 2 hours. Here's the other version, and for anybody in the chat, and you're wondering what the difference is. So the one that won is the
Oh.
one with the overlay layer, and you can see how much it like darkens the darks and like reddens the reds, and it just really makes things like pop more.
Brilliant.
Um,
Brilliant.
yeah,
So this ended up winning against 21 other pieces.
yeah,
I had so I had a couple friends from outside of NHC vote specifically for. So I said you can only vote for stuff that has photos because
Yeah,
it's unfair otherwise.
because that's fair, right?
And and everyone kept voting for this one. I said, I'm curious why you're voting for this one, and everyone kept saying, I see myself in this photo.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. So, and
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, Merle's name is Merle, short for Merlin, but spelt incorrectly because it's Mirl, because it's me in real life. Um, and yeah, that's literally the vibe. So your friends are very
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
They're like,
That's
this is me at
yeah,
a bar. This is me at home. Like everyone kept saying,
yeah,
like, oh, this like reminds me of me.
yeah.
Um, you were nominated and won for our new art piece, which I can't stop making hella
Yes.
categories. Best sequential art piece, which I'm happy is now being filled out by my nominations.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that a lot of people are.
Um,
It's not just me posting little comics
I know,
anymore.
right? Hi, Lady Anticlimaxes. Tell us about this piece.
Yes. So this is from Rise of the Rune Lords that we were already talking about. Shout out to Colonel, who can't escape me. This was actually something that happened like in session. I took a little dramatic thing, but my character was trying to fight this one chick and she got into stabbing range and I was really excited because that meant I was actually gonna get to stab someone. And like we're trading blows back and forth. I get stabbed, and then like before it gets to my turn, Onyx's character literally actually. So in the thing, he just stabs her in the back. But I need you to know, in game, he stood 30 feet away, chucked his sword like a fucking baton. It hits her, explodes, and she dies instantly. Absolutely incinerated. Crazy. Oh, hi Onyx.
Hi,
Oh, he's
Onyx.
not even in here.
Not in
He's
there.
just
Yep.
like, yeah.
Yes. Ended up winning our very first best sequential art piece with CD. You're up against also Zosa64, Masamoyed, Sad Bourbon Max. Yeah, this is a good. This is good. I'm glad y'all are doing this. Um, you Onyx is typing. You were also nominated for the first time ever. I think no one has ever done this. You were nominated twice for best New Hell City art piece for, which is kind of weird. This is interesting for
Mm-hmm.
a piece that your
Oh
other
yeah,
piece
the
is
One
in.
Piece. Yeah, the One Piece was nominated twice. Yeah, that might be the first time.
Yeah,
I'm actually
definitely,
okay with that. Yeah.
definitely. And is now the artwork for this season of Good Morning New Hell City. So thank you for
Yeah, I
this.
love it. It's I think that you look so good in
I
blonde.
know, and I'm kind of muscular too. You made me very muscular
Yeah.
this time.
Well, I like to give you a different body type every
I
time.
love it. I love it. I love it. Love it.
I think the next time I'm drawing you, I'm gonna make you like a little short stack, kind of thick, you know?
Yes, I'm telling you, no one ever draws me fat, and I think we should. But
I was originally, think last year, trying to do like a 50s style housewife with like a chainsaw, but I never ended
yes.
up finishing it because I just couldn't get the lighting to look good at
Yes.
all. So like maybe I'll revisit that with like a little chunkier. Maybe what's missing is she needs to be a little thicker, a little
Okay.
cuter, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Give her a little
Um,
pear-shaped body and the chainsaw.
here's my question. So you're up against pieces against Swift Cutlassy, Morai, Max, Leah, Masamoyed, Kermit, Nalam, and CD. Where do you think you
hmm
landed either one out of 10? I will take two answers, please, on this.
Okay. I think the Good Morning NHC thing, it didn't win.
It did not win. CD ended up winning this one.
I think that it's got to go second place then
Okay.
because I love it. I love the like Hall of Fame. Like it's like you're walking through a movie theater and like
Yes.
these are all the posters or like yeah, something like that. It's just really cool and really great. And I think that mine would have probably been like fourth or fifth because I know that the Good Morning NHC Wimlock piece was really popular that year.
So close. So yes. So you were correct that the multi-piece was second, yours was third.
Oh,
You
really?
beat yourself by 1 point, one vote.
Wow.
So there you go. A theme is happening here.
Yeah.
You were nominated for most improved artist. Um, how do you feel about your improvement in 2024? First of all, can I say
Definitely more.
I love that you're doing. I love that folks are fucking with the layout of most improved
Yeah.
art piece or improved artist, whatever. Yeah.
I wanted to show off like the different because before I was just doing one piece and it wasn't really showing because I wouldn't do two pieces of the same sort of style. Because obviously my style fluctuates depending on what I want, right? Like
Yes.
the Kai piece that is in the best improved for 2024 is supposed to be sketchy. It's not supposed to have dramatic lighting. It's just supposed to be like it's supposed to be more artsy, sort of. And then you compare that to directly above it this incredible sword and Karzug, which are like more painterly and very dramatic lighting and very reflective metals and intricate tattoos and all this other stuff. Not even close to the same. So I didn't want to compare apples and oranges, basically. So I tried to get two pieces that were like the same caliber to compare. Like that's why there's two swords and all this other stuff. Yeah, you can see with your eyes.
Love it. You're up against Jesse Fiber, Khan, Swiftcut, Lassie, Masamoyed, Mirai, Kermit, Zozo, Max, Amakitten, Maddie. Where do you think you place behind Max?
Third, maybe fourth. I'm gonna go with third, but I think it could be lower.
Third. You were right. Third.
Real, yeah,
Perfect.
because there was some really good improvement. I know that I didn't really vote for myself for these ones, you know. Though I do like the thing that I do 2023 in review. I really like Red and people who could snap me in half, and it's like 2024 in year in review, the year of me painting lighting real good, like.
Oh my gosh. You were nominated for best combined quote twice. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You were also nominated for artist of the year against Willow Mirai, Sadbird, Mika, Masamoyed, So 64, Swiftcut Lassie, who won, Gamma
Yeah.
Cruchador, Max, and Maddie. Where do you think you placed?
Fourth, fifth, something like that. They're really strong contenders that year.
Second.
Really
You got
artsy.
second.
Really.
Second place, you lost by 2 votes. 2 votes.
Oh yeah, the two Colonel notes.
Yes. So you were nominated for best combined quote twice for 2 Colonel, which is just everyone saying 2 Colonel. Work on the game tomorrow. Give me kneecaps. Let me do science. This quote has come up so many times in this podcast, so
Yeah.
y'all know it.
It's really funny too because that's just the kind of comedy we do.
That's how y'all do it.
Colonel will be like, "Hey, somebody remind me this," and everybody will immediately ping Colonel or DM Colonel the second that he's like, "I meant later." Colonel says, "Yep." And then the other one is from the RP that I thought would do better in voting, but I guess it's a
Yes.
little too experimental and
That's right.
cool.
That's
but,
right.
Yeah.
Jesse says, "Quick, now's our chance. You grab all the boxes you can and start to sprint off with a goat in tow. Mr. President is even helping cheese it." Daisy said, "Squawk like a chicken and piss on your couch." And then Dio said, "Hail the bean, worship the bean, consume the bean water. Order a 3-bean suit, aka a vanilla latte with soy milk and a scone and or biscotti or something." That RP was chaotic. Chaos.
It really was.
Chaos
I loved
incarnate.
it though.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. You were nominated for best level up for something. Hey, Onyx. For something I called the donation. You always get a Pokemon level up. Where you said,
Yes.
donation alert, $50 from Icy Wiener.
So that's from
What?
that's from Seven Sins, and one of Swift's characters was a streamer, and would the streamer would stream in the RP, and so that was a donation alert on the stream that one of my characters had specifically like made an alt account called Icy Wiener to make him say Icy Wiener on stream, and also just give him $50. Like,
That's wow, well, worth it for honestly for that.
Yeah.
You were also nominated for best new Hell City event for Dio and Masamoy present family game nights. Do you also do this?
Yeah. No, not really, because I keep sleeping through them. I'm so honest, but like I just like sleep.
I
Me and
know.
sleep.
That's
We
fair.
got. But I'm currently going through a phase where it's like, oh, I've slept for 4 hours now. Why won't be able to sleep for another 16? So maybe I'll go back to doing game nights because I can't fucking sleep anymore. Or
Fair
maybe I'll
enough.
come up with something else to do, like I don't know, stream or something.
You're up against What's That Wednesday by Nalam, Doki Doki postings by Monica, who just hit 200 posts by the way recently.
Yeah, 201.
201.
I think today's 202.
Yes, Monica's
Today's
killing
202, I
it.
think.
Minnie's Death
Wow.
Battles and Good Morning New Hell City season 4 and Max's Weekly Workshop. Where do you think you place behind this very podcast?
Second.
That's right.
Third. Sorry,
Nope,
third.
nope,
Second.
nope.
Really?
Second. Second. Always trust your gut.
Wow.
Your
I
final.
really thought What's That Wednesday because I really like.
I
Nolan.
thought so
Maybe
too.
I'm just a Nolan fan. I'm out here being a
That's
Nolan
fair.
fan. I think
That's
actually
fair.
because I said the same thing in the
That's fair.
last year's section. Yeah.
That's fair. Your final was a win for Chatterbox Award for bronze behind
Yeah.
Swift and Mini. You chat a
You
lot.
guys.
We love
Yeah,
that.
you guys can't shut me up.
We love that. We love that. Now, before we get into your 2025 Hellies, see, I told you it's going to take a while. Let us ask you, where in your residence do you keep your new Hellies?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. I know that I joked the other day in Best Circle about how I keep the artist of the year heli in my kitchen and drink hot cocoa out of it or whatever, gin and tonics or something.
Oh, perfect.
So you know,
made
yeah,
for.
I like to be silly.
That's what it's made for.
Little
Silly. So silly.
silly.
What heli out of all the helis we've gone over, what heli did you lose in the past? Was that 3 years that you wish you hadn't? If any.
Gosh. I don't really know. I don't think there's any that I lost that I was particularly like, oh, I should have won that one. Because usually the winner, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm okay with that. Like,
You can also be sad
yeah.
you lost something and agree with the winner.
That is true, but I think generally the ones that I lost were ones that I wasn't sad to lose. I think that there were more that I won where I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? Like, get some taste. Jesus.
That is my next question. What heli did you win these past few years that you didn't think you would?
There was a couple that I think that I didn't really deserve.
Name them.
The some of the like RP ones maybe or TTRPG ones, something like that. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, there's some where it's like I just don't think like I think that other people should have got them. Even some of the ones where it's like I was in second, it's like I shouldn't have been second. Like realistically, like What's That Wednesday should have beaten me, okay? Like just saying.
All right, let's talk about these 2025 noms. You're at 60. Oh, by the way, with 2024, you've officially stopped your trend of winning 6 and then 10 and then 6 and then 10. Because last year you won 7. So there you go.
Yeah.
It would have been iconic if you just kept doing it 6 and 10, 6 and 10.
A little yo-yo action there.
Now you're at 16. Your first is for Meme Maester, Mini Sayori, Devin, Colonel. You think you got this one?
No, I think that this is definitely a mini year, you know?
This is a mini year? Okay.
I think this is a mini year. I see mini a lot in the meme mountain. I don't have as many memes to post this year, and I don't necessarily feel like my crop of memes is particularly bountiful. You know, I don't see a lot of memes that I'm posting that are really like hitting it out of the park. But every mini I keep stealing minis memes. So missile launcher, yeah, she finally left me the fuck alone. Yeah.
Tell us about missile launcher.
Missile launcher, my sweet little Missy cat. She is my kitten, and I love her so much. And she's a clingy little baby. And even though she can get up where her food is, she doesn't want to. She wants me to pick her up and put her in her food. And she also hates being alone. If she can't find at least the dog, she will start crying and screaming.
that's gotta be separation anxiety. Do you think that animals reflect the personalities of their owners?
No, because my dog would be smarter.
Wow, shade.
Sorry.
Post more of your dog. We need to see that too.
She doesn't. She likes to. My dog likes being tucked in, which I guess does reflect me because I also like being tucked in. But like, I can't ever get a good picture of her because she's always like under a blanket. Like right now, one of my tapestries that was previously behind my desk is currently on the couch, and she has claimed that as her own personal blankie, and she will not let me have it back. So, I can't ever take a picture of her because she's under shit.
You were nominated for Clip of the Year for great use of 10K channel points. Did you make me do push-ups?
Yes. We made you do push-ups. We did.
Gross.
It was not just me. It was me and I think Minnie.
Oh gosh.
Or Devin. It was somebody. We both were like, yeah.
Sounds like all of y'all. Oh goodness.
Yeah, we were like, oh yeah. That was like the first Fire stream that I actually tuned into in like a year. Because again, I keep sleeping through all your streams. I meant to go see. You just started streaming a new game. I was like, oh man, I really want to see that one. I really want to see Fire play this one, and I keep sleeping through it.
There you go.
You gotta
Um,
like you gotta like come over to my house and wake me up or
okay,
something.
I'll do it, and you'll
Yeah.
probably fall asleep again.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
sleep next to me. Yes, check me out for Split Fiction and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Um, NHG tabletop character, you have 3 in your folder so far. Reese from Rise of the Rune Lords, Ryath Darst from Wrath of the Righteous, and your fucking names. Senate,
Rayeth
Wraith
Dars. So
Darst,
it's yeah.
and then
Her
Senate,
Sinette, yeah,
Senate.
Sinette. And trivia too. I don't know if she's been nominated, but
Oh,
trivia's there.
yes, this is one of those times in the podcast where I have not updated the nominations because I do them on Sundays, but there's
Yeah.
actually 4. Um, yes. So who? What am I trying to ask? Who do you hope wins from your folder
Reese.
so far? Okay, there you go.
Easy answer. If not Reese, I will accept Rayeth because I really like Rayeth.
Okay.
And funnily enough, Reese is a priest and Rayeth is a paladin. So it's like I don't know what's happening there because the rest of my characters are fucking hoes. But
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. That guy. Well, all you need to win is tabletop character, and you've won all of the NHC tabletop Ellie's. You've won
okay,
everything except
so
for character.
somebody fucking vote for my characters.
There you go.
Whoever that one voter is, I'm
Yeah.
gonna find you. I'm gonna pin you to a wall with your hands above your head so you can't cast spells.
There you go.
We're gonna make out sloppy style.
There you go. You were nominated for all of the tabletop casts right now for Kingmaker, Wrath, and Rise, and probably whatever just got nominated. What do you hope wins, and what do you think will win?
First of all, we need to nominate some more things because I know there's
Yes.
more. I know there's more. Hairshire needs to be nominated.
Yes, I think it did get
Winter
nominated, but
Adam
it's-
needs
yeah.
to be nominated. Kingmaker, if you didn't say that one.
I did say
Anyways.
Kingmaker, but yes.
Oh, did you say Wrath of the Righteous too?
I did say Wrath of the Righteous.
Okay.
But it's only 3
Well,
casts right
at
now,
least
and there are
something.
more RPs. So, folks, make sure you nominate stuff.
Calamity needs to be posthumously
Yes.
nominated.
Go nominate stuff right now. Right now.
Go
folks.
nominate. I know there's people listening. Get on it.
Go nominate stuff.
Yeah.
So, out of everything that you know that you're in, what do you hope wins?
Oh, you know? Okay, so Rise, obviously. Rise is my precious little baby,
Yeah.
and I love it so much. And I love my fucking wizard kisser. Again, they're not actually in a relationship. I just ship them real hard, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
But if that one doesn't win, I will accept or Wrath of the Righteous win. Those are the only 2 options, gun emoji.
Fair enough. I hope you do a one-shot, please. Please encourage everyone in the TTRPG section to do more one-shots.
I would love to, but I can't even finish writing the like 4 paragraphs I need to start my fucking RP.
What makes me laugh is that y'all are like, I will make a 4-year campaign, but I cannot make a 3-session one
Yeah,
shot.
I can't. I genuinely can't.
It is incredible to me.
It's so hard for me to write something and be like, yeah, and it ends here. It ends right here. This is where it fucking ends. Especially if Coda's in it. Coda, I love you so much.
I mean,
but like,
y'all could write something that leads into a long form campaign. You could do it.
That
it could
is
be a
true.
prologue.
Colonel does that.
It could be a prologue.
Colonel
to
does that a lot.
Yes. See, and this is why Colonel's about to win for a 3rd time in a row.
Ooh. Actually, you just gave me a very evil idea. I might have to write a short form. I might have to write a short form prequel. Ooh. Prequel.
Okay. I will join. I will try to join anyone's one shots. Whoever makes a one shot, I will join. Okay.
Now is the time because Saturdays, Colonel's not running anything, so I'm free on Saturdays. I can start doing shit on Saturdays until he starts running whatever he's running. Then I think he's running Cowboys or some shit.
I will, Colonel. Next one you do, you'll just strong arm me. I'll do it.
Speaking of, I've made like my character for Colonel's like next 4 role plays.
Wow.
Or their TTRPGs rather.
Perfect.
Like
Perfect.
because I've got John, I've got Kyo, Reese I think makes a return. I've got the unnamed metal Jin boy. Like that's a lot.
I also
Colonel can't even.
I deeply need to
Yeah.
be in Winter of Adam as a cameo at some point because
I would love for you to
I
be
need that
there.
so much. I
Yeah.
love the setting so much. You're nominated for Game Master of the Year against Colonel Gloria and Daisy.
Yeah.
Think you got a shot?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got a shot. I don't know if I'll win, but I think I'll be like top 3.
Okay.
But wait, Swift again is not nominated.
Hello, hello, y'all.
Hello.
Can y'all? And y'all are. By the way, TTRPG is the biggest offenders of not nominating
Yeah,
stuff. Y'all got to get better
that
about
that does
this.
sound right. That does sound
Y'all
right. We're
got to
all
get better about
like
this.
we just scuttle in like fucking roaches and stuff like
Yeah.
into the room and then like do our little click clack math rock thing and then we scuttle out again never to be seen
Yes.
again.
And you guys are also good for October 29th or October 30th. Be like, oh shit, let me nominate everything I've ever done the
Yeah.
entire year.
Yeah, I think last year, October 29th, it was me and Gloria posting everything in the thing. Like,
Yes.
nominate, quickly, nominate.
Nominate everyone and everything.
Yeah, because you
Do
were
that
like,
stuff.
last call, and we're like, fuck.
For once, you are nominated for Roleplay Cast one time. Oh no, that actually happened another time, 2023. Anyway, Stellar Bound. Tell us about your character in Stellar Bound. Do you know about your character in Stellar Bound?
No, no, I don't.
That's fair, and we're gonna
Stellar
move
Bound.
on.
I've slept since then, babe.
I love
What?
that you
Which
don't
one was
know.
that?
I love that you don't know.
Was
I love that you don't know.
what even is that? Is that an RP?
Yes, it's an RP. Is
Oh
that
shit!
is that Cohen's? It might be Cohen's.
Oh, my big horns. I don't know.
I don't know. That's so funny. I
No.
think, yeah, I think it's Cohen's.
Sorry.
That's funny. Okay, anyway, moving on. That's hilarious. You're nominated for best lewd piece. You have 2 lewd pieces, which I'm going to post here. Um, if I can find them. Oh yeah, it's this one.
Yeah. I've got another one that it's still a work in progress, and it's been a work in progress for like over a year now.
And
And it's Karma. It's Karma, our
there's this
favorite, and
one.
also Coda. Coda, the character, not the person. Mostly because I think Coda would actually get a passport, come to America, and kill me in cold blood if I threw them naked.
Which one of these are you hoping gets the official vote for your nominate for your full dub?
Honestly, I kind of like my little naked doodle, the artistic nudity.
Yeah.
I know you would have questions, but you'd kill me after you got answers.
Yeah, I like these. These are good. These are
Yeah,
good.
me too. Fun fact: those are human, non-fantasy versions of my TTRPG characters, Trivia and Sinette, in that order.
Oh, hot.
Yeah, because I did a little series where I was drawing all my characters as non-fantasy humans,
Nice.
um, which I've drawn a couple little things of trivia because I like trivia. She
You
was really offended at being called a prude, and then she threatened to kill someone.
we will get to I am not a prude later.
Yeah.
Um
Oh, cool.
you have
Good. We're there.
3 digital art piece nominations. Tell us about them.
Um. So the first one is the new and improved Mythalia. I wanted to do something a little cute and crazy and colorful because she's a whole new woman since she was brought back to life. Um, and I have revamped her design 4 times
Love.
since her creation, and
Love.
then I did obviously eventually end up completely removing her from the cast and then reusing her as the villain for MSK. Um, in which she got a redemption arc because you guys decided to actually be magical girls in the last session for some fucking reason. And you guys decided to befriend the villain and redemption arc her. Um, and so now she's back, and I had to revamp her design, and I actually combined 2 different designs that I had scrapped into this sort of cutesy, like 3-eyed cowgirl with like the sort of like really soft features and vitiligo.
Love it.
Because I'm really into vitiligo. John's got it too. John also has vitiligo. Really like it. It's just like, wow, imagine if we just came with cool patterns and stuff that we could
Yeah.
actually see. Like we get freckles and vitiligo.
Love it. We
Yeah.
got Lounging Boss.
That's you guys might be sensing a pattern here, but that's Reese. I love Reese. He's my boy. Uh specifically, that is Return of the Rune Lords Reese.
Mmm.
And that does matter, but I can't say why until Return gets here
I may
and
need to
Reese
join
actually
Return.
comes back.
I may need to if I can ensure myself getting a heli, I'm gonna join Return. Okay.
Return, what I know from Colonel is that we will have one party of our return characters specifically. And then once we get to a certain point, we will have the option to bring back our Rise characters. Um,
Ooh.
and yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
I also everybody has complimented the lighting in my Reese piece because of like the reflection of the gold onto the like boots and the face and everything. So I've been having fun with why are you pinging me? Book 6. I don't know. I'm Colonel's PR person now. Oh,
And
and of
finally,
course, that's Faraday. That is Swift's TTRPG character and RP character in Superheroes. That's right. In the Superheroes RP, the of several characters from Mutants and Masterminds makes a return. Slightly edited though. And that's Faraday, and he gets a really comic booky look because I wanted to do that for my boy, and I kept him a little cute and sketchy too, and I did a little I zhuzhed up his hair and gave him like rocket boots.
nice, nice. Which of these three do you hope gets the nom so far? It's early,
Uh,
but
from these three, just from these three, Reese, just
okay,
because the lighting in that is like really good and awesome. Though
nice.
I do like Mathalia's cute little pop art stuff, and she's got a little microphone and a can of Monster, and they match her outfit. Like it's so, and it's all purple and green. It's very there's actual plot lore reasons for why it's all purple and green, but like yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Your best sequential art nomination. I am not a prude. Tell us about it.
Okay, so in Calamity, more Rune Lords happen. Okay, so you remember we've got Rise of the Rune Lord and we've got Return of the Rune Lord. This thing kind of happens in between those two things. And the Rune Lord in question is the Rune Lord of Lust, or at least a bitch who's pretending to be the Rune Lord of Lust. And being the Rune Lord of Lust, she is hot and evil, and she is a piece of shit. She called me a prude, and that was the only thing that I heard, and I was mad about it. And that is true. That is actually just a succubi pretending to be the Rune Lord of Lust. I do have a second comic planned from those set of sessions specifically, because that is like the fourth fake Sortion, which is the name of the Rune Lord of Lust. That was like the fourth version of her that we found in that place. And it's like, you're Sortion, she's Sortion, she's Sortion. Are there any other Sortions I should know about around here? And then like in the background, it's just actual Sortion who's like wearing like pajama pants and like a hoodie and like holding a fucking Starbucks and something. And she just like looks in, turns around and walks back out. Like there was more than three. Yeah, four is Gloria.
There you go.
See, I can count. I was paying attention. Gloria is the fourth one. I'm so upset. Sortion stole my girlfriend.
I love this.
And called me a prude. I'm gonna punch her in the face just for that.
We need to do a Good Morning New Hell City takeover of like Rise of the Rune Lords. And
Yeah,
just talk
the
about
Rune Lord
the Rune Lord
series at the very
series.
least.
I think we need to do that. You're nominated for Arts of the Year against Gamma Cruchador, Mika, Max, Sadburb, Tau, and Swiftcut Lassie. Some stiff competition.
Yeah.
Stiff competition.
Especially because it's early, so those are like the early one. Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
I don't know. I might pull out some stops.
Okay.
I'm in an actual like house now. I'm in an actual house now. I've got all my art stuff actually set up.
Ooh.
I can do painting now. I've got my painting stuff. I could do painting. I could actually finish some of my fucking paintings.
This is a perfect time to go over everything that Dio has won. So, Artist of the Year, you've never won Most Improved Artist. You've won Best New City Art Piece. You haven't won our new category, Best Lewd NHC Art Piece. You need to make me doing something nasty, or the city doing something nasty.
The whole city.
The whole city, just orgy. You need to win Best Traditional Art Piece, and so
let's
this
give
is,
up that dream right now. Fire. I'm never winning Best Traditional.
I think you can. Listen,
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Bird.
mean, burp. I know. But listen, we gotta try. We gotta try. We gotta
Okay,
try.
I can try,
You
but
can
like I
try.
can't make any promises because like that's my paintings.
Do some. Do
Like
some.
the painting of the bird from I think
I know.
last year,
Yeah. Yeah.
gorgeous. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like
Insane.
how can I compete with
It's
that?
insane.
Like
Yes, maybe Sad Burp has won this award 4 times in a row, but we
for a
can
reason.
we can
Like
we can figure it out. So basically, of the drawing pieces, you only need to win Best Tradish, Most
and
Improved,
the NHC lewd.
and Lewd NHC.
Uh,
So more than I thought you did,
yeah, yeah.
but it could happen. It could happen.
Getting the one of every TTRPG I think is more doable. Like I think I can do that.
Yes, because there's less ones. Yes, of course
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. And also because I don't have to go up against Burb's amazing art. Like,
Fair enough. You were nominated for Best Combined Quote for Roll'em Strikes Again. I think it's you, Colonel, and CD. CD says,
it was on my birthday.
take 20 D20 psychic dance for complimenting someone. And then Colonel rolled the D20 and rolled a 20, which this was during the colonies in which no one was rolling well except for me. Colonel says, oh, now I get the 20 as a joke. Colonel CD says, that was a joke, you whore. Colonel says, fuck you, roll 'em. CD says, oh my fucking god. You say, you forgot the number one rule. Joke rolls always take your good luck. That is 100%.
Yeah, they do. That is actually like a thing that is believed by tabletoppers, especially like in-person ones with physical dice. It's like if you do a joke roll, you will burn all your 20s for the entire session.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. You have 3 level ups. One is called ass. Did you just draw someone's ass?
That is that is just ass. It's I had a pose specifically that showed off the ass, and I was adding booty detail, and I was like ass, and then I leveled up, and I was like fuck.
There you go.
Especially because the Pokemon in question learned outrage whenever I did that too.
Dio says this other one says, you're saying the next Pope should beat Jesus in a hand-to-hand combat, or is that wishful thinking from my end? And
yeah, that cuts out the response from Sayori, which is just, oh yeah, definitely, that's what should happen now.
And then we do a little bit of trolling, which is, you guys are in Rise voice chat. Everyone change your name to Coda.
Everyone changed their name to different
Which
variations
is
of
kind of
Coda.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's great.
And Coda's name's Maddie in that.
Oh gosh. So which one of these do you hope wins from your folder so far?
Honestly, we do a little bit of trolling. It's really funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So now, how many hellies
I think we did that because Colonel kept calling everybody Coda, and Coda wasn't even in the voice chat yet, so we were like,
right.
fuck it.
How many hellies do you want to win this year?
3 more than you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that means you'll need to, if I don't win anything,
I'll
need
have to win 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. How many hellies?
But I know you're gonna like sweep the RP category again, because these colonies RPs are.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I don't know.
When are you? Since when are you humble? Get back out here.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to be like likable or whatever. It's weird. Instead of horny. Oh, I miss being horny.
Just go back to being sexy. Like it's fine. People like sexy people.
How many do you think you'll win?
I actually don't have super high hopes because I've not really been. I guess it's only the 3rd month of the year,
It's
and
only
I've not really been doing anything. People in here don't know who I am anymore.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And I've told everyone this. I'm like, there's going to be a time where new members come in, and you'll just, just be some.
Well, I mean, I'm already
old
like one of the old heads, you know?
One of
like,
the old heads. You're one of the old heads.
Like,
So weird.
Colonel and I the other day were talking about that one woman who brought both of us here, whose name I don't even remember anymore.
I don't know who that is.
And everybody was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "Okay, so back in ye olden days, there was a witch."
Yeah, it's kind of great because also the bad folks got misremembered, so that's great too. That happens. So double-edged sword.
Yeah, now I can make jokes about people and people won't even get the punchline. And it's great.
Yeah. Oh
Which I think was what happened when Colonel and I were talking about said witch.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Who hasn't won a heli who you think should win, or who hasn't won a certain category that you think should win?
I think Gloria needs some TTRPG helis
Okay.
really, really badly because
All right.
not just because Gloria plays my Rise of the Rune Lord husband, and also I keep joking, haha, me and Gloria are holding hands and stuff. Um,
There you go. All right.
but like, yeah,
Fair enough. Out of everyone who joined this year so far, no one's ever able to answer this question well. But who do you think is going to win Best New Member? Do you know any of
I
the new
don't.
folks? Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
don't know any. Okay, I might know some of the new folks, but the problem is that I'm so bad at keeping up with people's name changes that there've
Yeah,
probably been new people who have joined, and I've been like, oh yeah, they've been here forever. They just changed their name because it fit in so well, and like
yeah,
I've just
that's what
been like,
happens.
yeah, to the point. Remember when I joined and I was a new member, and
Hmm.
somebody was like, no, Dio was here before. They were just using a different name, and you had to go back and get receipts and prove that I'm an entirely different person.
By the way, that is how you know who the Best New Member is.
Yeah,
When you
absolutely.
thought they joined the year before, because that every
Yeah.
single time it happens, it's what someone said about Swift, Max, Sayori, and Dio.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen with JoJo. And I don't know
It
if something's
it
happened with
happened
Gloria.
with Ray too, and Ray was second place
Yeah,
the
that's
year
right.
that
That's
yeah.
right.
Because even I was like, if I hadn't joined before Ray, I would have been like, yeah, Ray, but
Yeah,
Ray's been here the whole time. I don't know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
totally. He's always been here. Yeah, the names so far that are in the front are Wolf06, Pilot Jack, Corey, K Baird. Any of those ringing a bell?
I know Wolf
Okay.
because I know Wolf,
Okay.
and Wolf is in the RP section.
There you go.
Um, so maybe
Maybe
Wolf,
Wolf.
maybe Wolf.
We recently had our Lucifer Lifetime Achievement Award recipient Amakitten say something nice about Amakitten.
Well, okay,
Do you know this person?
Kitten.
Do you know this one?
Coda kitten. You mean my bestie?
Oh,
My bestie in a gay kind of
I
way.
don't think
Like
I don't.
when you know how the joke is like, oh, you gotta kiss the homie goodnight. You gotta hold hands with the homie. You gotta like climb into bed with the homie, pin them up against things, and make out with the homie.
Sure.
Coda is that homie for me.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
definitely tracks.
Now it's also Gloria too. So I mean, like,
Oh my god. The
hey.
idea that Gloria might win a Lifetime Achievement Award at some point makes my head hurt. Oh god, aging.
I mean, just stop
Time.
time because
Time.
stop time right now
Time.
because like I I've always said like my whole life it's like I'm gonna die before I'm 30. I'm 29, so if you could stop time now, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I've got months before the end.
That's nice. Do you have any advice for anyone who's just joined New Hell City?
Um, yeah, if you've just joined Hell City, it's not too late to run.
Yes, you can still get out with your
You
dignity
can still get
intact.
out. No, I'm kidding. Definitely just like make friends. Like you don't have to make friends by trying to make friends. Just go talk in the places that you enjoy talking about things. Like if you love games, go talk in the game chat.
Yes,
Minnie will
Reese.
probably scoop you up and pop you under his arm and teach you to fly like a little bird.
There you go.
If you like TTRPGs, join the party. You know, because right now it's basically me, Gloria, Colonel, Nolam, in that chat, just sharing the same things that we always talk about in VC, except for Nolan because he's not like Nolan like that. He's special. He's exclusive. You know.
And final question before we get to fan questions: what are your goals for this year in New Hell City?
Win three more Hellies then fire. No, I'm
Great.
kidding. I actually
Good.
really
That
want to
could be.
win. This is my year for the Lucifer Lifetime Achievement, isn't it?
It is. It is
Yeah,
your
I
year.
really want that. I really want that award. I
Okay.
really want that
All
award. I
right.
know that I've got some really stiff competition, but I really want that award.
Okay.
If I can't get it this year, I'll get it next year. But I really, really want that award.
Okay. There you go. Here come your fan questions from Colonel Soup.
Uh, Pinot will turn you into soup, Colonel, if you keep doing that. And you're a goblin, so you could fit in a cauldron. Don't think I won't. Oh, by the way, Pino is the name. Colonel stole the name Pino from me. I want you to know. Colonel's character Pino, he named it because we were in a TTRPG session where my stupid mushroom companion is named Pino and he was eating soup and Colonel stole that name from me. I want that on the fucking
Wow.
record. Anyways,
Okay.
his character's finally dead, so Pino's my character name again.
Gloria says, "Do you have to change one thing about Winter of Adam? What would you change?"
I would definitely if I could change anything about Winter of Adam, I would make somebody be a synth because nobody was a synth.
Okay, well maybe I'll come in and be a synth. Okay, how? Good to know. Good to know. Swift asks, "What convention merch would you want me to buy?" I'm at a convention venue right now.
I highly recommend stickers because they're small, they're relatively cheap, and you can put them in your bag. You don't have to worry
I'll
about carrying shit
congratulate.
home. Necklaces and bracelets, jewelry, little keepsakes are very, very big. When I went to a convention, I bought a fucking wig. So, like, really anything. Just definitely cutesy merch, but like, I highly recommend stickers because you can buy a fuckload of them and you don't have to worry about carrying them around the whole convention.
Minnie asks, "Chances on Nalam losing his ongoing reign as the Weeb King?"
I don't know if that will happen anytime particularly soon because Nolan keeps doing specifically niche anime fan stuff and like reads manga that nobody's ever fucking heard of. Nolan is the anime.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
sorry. Like
Um, so Fire Demon asks, "A melee battle between your cast from Owls, MSK, and Winter of Adam. Who wins?"
oh, Mao Shoujo Kizurame easily.
Wow.
Like just
Wow.
Manny from that game, just Manny is gonna solo half of like Winter of Adam, like the entire Winter of Adam crew. Actually, I'm gonna say,
Wow. So you're saying Doris wouldn't sweep? I don't understand.
Doris would trip and fall and probably say something rude to and sexist to Robin, and then just get sniped from 40 feet away. Like,
Oh my god. Poor Doris. She's just an old lady. Um,
yeah, she's an old lady who keeps saying sexist things, and Robin specifically is a boy in a dress. So like,
oh, that would not go well. Gloria says you have to kill your favorite RP or TTRPG character. Can be either one from your PC's NPCs or another person's PC NPC. Who is it? That's a
ooh,
good one.
you trying to make me kill out my husband right now, Gloria? Because I'll have you know that I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. You don't do you liar. That's your liar voice. I can read it through the text.
Oh
I'll
boy.
kill Reese first. I'll do it. I'll hold him down. I'll make you look him in his big, beautiful blue eyes before I fucking blow his brains all over you.
Try not to out you. Keep those questions a coming. Let's get to the
Yeah,
rapid
keep them. I
fire.
see people typing.
We've been
Activity
we've
typing.
been keeping Dio for 3 hours, so
Yeah.
let's get them to bed. Swift asks, "What kind of art
Oh no, I
style?"
just woke up. I need you to know I woke up for this. Like I'm caffeinated and everything. I came here for you.
Ooh. Swift asks, "What kind of art style influences your own art style the most?"
Ooh. Okay. I obviously I'm very interested in like anime art, anime style art, especially like of other digital artists who post on like social medias and stuff. But I really like surrealism and I really like sort of abstract stuff, but I struggle with being able to put those things into my own art. Like those are things that I look at and I'm like, I really wish I could do this and I just can't. But if you want to know someone specifically who has recently been inspiring my art, actually Max from the server.
Ooh.
Max's art, I don't know what it is. There's something just about it that makes them look like little bubblegum candies to me, and I want to pop them all in my mouth. So I've actually been taking some Max inspiration. Every time I see a Max piece, I'm like, oh man, I should do art, and then my wrist hurts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Colonel asks, "Should Fire join return?" What a great
I
Dio
really think
question.
Fire should. Fire, you should join Return because I'm gonna be playing a senile old skeleton.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Fire
yeah.
Demon asks, "What type of art will you always stay away from and why?"
Probably realism as far as like style, but like actual type of art, now that I've said that, I cannot stand charcoal art. Not because it looks bad, not because I don't like it.
Oh.
I hate the feeling of charcoal and I hate the feeling of chalk and I hate the feeling of all that stuff and it really, really makes my skin crawl. It's a textural thing. Cannot stand it. Absolutely icky, bad. I had to do it in art school, and I'm not gonna lie, I dropped out of college because I'd rather I'd rather be a college dropout.
There you go. We asked this a lot of. I actually forgot to ask you this. Thank you, Minnie. We asked this a lot of people. but I don't remember hearing someone ask this to you. Any heli predictions whatsoever?
There will be a three-way tie that absolutely blows everybody's mind. We're gonna see a lot of fire in the RP helis, and I'm one of the smaller awards that like not many people talk about before the helis. Someone is gonna win. Someone no one expects is gonna win. Like someone's gonna come out of East nowhere and suddenly win that award, and it's gonna be a huge upstart. And people will be like holding their head and screaming in the voice chat when it happens, and it'll be wild, and we will love it.
I love
It'll
that.
be a moment. That is gonna be the moment for this year's Hellies. Is somebody wild is gonna win one of these one of these awards.
Gloria asks, "What's one art thing? What's one thing in art, be a medium, genre, or style that you've never tried but want to?"
Ooh, I haven't done any actual sculpture. I've done ceramics, but I've always done like pots and stuff in ceramics. I've never actually really sculpted, and I think I'd really like to. Um, yeah, I think that's what I would like. Additive sculpting, not subtractive sculpting, because you guys have seen me. I suck. My hands shake. I would be like, okay, one more chisel, and I can make my Michelangelo piece finally done, and I'll just chip the whole fucking face off. So,
Fire Demon asks, "What type of setting for a TTRPG or RP haven't you seen done in NHC that you'd like to be in or see someone else do?"
ooh, in NHC, I don't think there's been a sci-fi one, and I really think there needs to be.
There you go.
Like maybe a Starfinder. I think a new version of Starfinder is set to come out or just came out a little while ago. And keep in mind, a little while ago could be in up to 3 years because that's how long it's been since I was last on this show. Um, or like a Star Wars or like a Star Trek. Oh, Gloria does have a Star Trek one, but
There you go.
Yeah. Superheroes is not really sci-fi. Superheroes can have sci-fi elements, but it is not sci-fi. I'm talking about full-on like space shit. Okay, You ran a Star Wars one shot when? You ran a fucking 40K one. That one was cool, but I wouldn't really call that. Oh, years ago? That doesn't count. Eat dick.
Colonel asks, "Do I take a longer break?"
No.
Okay.
I'll also shut up, Colonel.
Colonel asks, "Least favorite NPC in a TTRPG that you have played in?"
Ooh, least favorite NPC in a TTRPG I have played in. I would like to say Magic Mick for the memes, but I actually do like Magic Mick. Like, he was a very compelling character for my character. I shone because he sucked. NPCs though. You know, Omega from the same thing. Fuck that guy.
Let's see. Swift asks, "Would you rather hang out with Faraday or Spencer?"
Faraday. I love Spencer. I love Spence. He's my boy. He's my son. But I'm sorry, Faraday can microwave things with his hands. So.
Yeah. Gloria asks, "Who's your favorite Colonel player character from any RP or TTRPG?"
Ooh, not the bear because fuck him. So Duggo.
There you go. Oh, Duggo. There you go, Duggo. Let's see. Minnie asks, "Gotta get my Screen Queen points. Favorite movie?"
Ooh, favorite movie. I really like What We Do in the Shadows, the movie specifically, because there's also a TV show. I also really like The Fifth Element. I actually have a Fifth Element tin poster that I keep up. That was like one of the first movies that I ever watched and was like, wow, this is a favorite movie. Like usually before I watched The Fifth Element, people would be like, what's your favorite movie? And I'd be like, I don't really watch movies. But now I'm like, oh, Fifth Element, yeah. And What We Do in the Shadows, yeah. I actually own What We Do on the Shadows in DVD too. So
Nice. Gloria asks, "What is your favorite bit from Kagurame?"
my favorite bit
Yeah.
as in joke or like bit as in like the chunk thing that happened, because my favorite running joke from there would probably be
Yes.
the joke about the fucking magical girls with guns, because that's just stupid. Yeah, okay, so yeah, running, yeah, it's the fucking guns.
Fire,
America, like you guys aren't even in America.
Fire Demon asks, "What's the best first date?"
Like the best possible one.
Yeah.
I think a little cafe date, you know? It's like not too serious, but it's like still date enough that it's like, yeah, you guys can like chat and talk and get to know each other, but also it's like it's not serious. It doesn't feel like there's like there's not stakes, you know. It's just like, yeah, the cafe date with like a friend or whatever, and except maybe we'll go home for coffee, air quotes, you know, afterwards.
Um, Swift asked a literally spicy question. How good is your spicy food tolerance?
Not great. I don't do well with like Western hot sauces, so like you know, Spanish, like picante salsa, not
Mm,
really hot sauce, you know, not really into those. But I really like sriracha and gochujang sauce, like the gochujang sauce specifically, not like the pure stuff. I have to like actually make it into a sauce first. I'm not gonna eat that stuff right out of the barrel. Though I might. Uh, so like I like Chinese spice definitely too, also because Chinese uses a lot of sugar in their cooking, and the sugar offsets it for me. Whereas in the West, it's usually like vinegar and spice, and I cannot stand that. Like buffalo, not even spicy. I just hate it. Anyways,
very good. Colonel asks, who's your favorite NPC that you ran or made?
ooh, favorite NPC that I ran or made. Moors, I think. 'Cause you guys really liked Moors and Owls. Well, some of you guys did.
Oh yes.
Moors was a lot of fun. I also really like Hero, though Hero has never gotten a lot of screen time in pretty much anything that he's in. But I like Hero. He's a good one.
Fire Demon asks, will there be a Dio wedding? If so, when?
Well, you know, maybe. It's like one of those things where it's like uh, we don't really care about.
I figured
We'll
y'all don't
we'll
care.
probably do the yeah we don't we'll do the paperwork and then like not actually do a ceremony for like 2 years, and then we'll do like a ceremony. Maybe when we do the paperwork, I'll do like an NHC ceremony. You know, like maybe I'll put it at an event and I'll invite you guys to my wedding, and we'll do a little fake wedding.
Would love that so much. Okay. Minnie asks, let's do spicy tea. Who do you dislike in NHC? Oh boy.
Oh,
Minnie,
oh,
Minnie
oh.
likes. Minnie always tries to get the spicy
Ooh.
question.
Okay.
You don't have to answer if you don't
I
want to.
there are like a few people that I think there's like two people who I just don't vibe with. Like I don't know what it is. They've never done anything wrong or anything, but like it's just like the vibe feels rancid to me, which they're very controversial because I know they're extremely popular with everybody else. So like and it's like not two people that I've like had disagreements with or anything. They're just two people that I've like never interacted with because it's like every time they say something, I was like, oh, I need to go.
I love. Minnie loves this question. Oh my goodness. Um, let's see. Swift asks, figuratively spicy question. Which character do you plan on making a lewd piece of next?
So I've still got the Karma Coda piece in the works. That I still need to finish. I think I just need to finish like the background and the lighting, and that's why I haven't done it. It's because I fucking hate doing backgrounds. Um, but like the next one that I might possibly plan on doing is maybe another TTRPG character, because or maybe another Caddy Lude because she's just like my safe go-to whenever because she's just a weirdo. So who knows what she could be up to at any given time. So it's really easy to just chuck her into places, literally or figuratively.
Let's see. We have Gloria asking, are there any skills that you regret learning? If so, what are they?
Ooh, I don't. Oh, actually, yes. Okay. So weird thing. When I was in high school, I was in the color guard, which, if you don't know what the color guard is, they're the flag twirlers at marching band. I was in the color guard for 2 years. I don't care about flag twirling. Actually, I'm fine with that because I could technically now I know how to swing a 6 foot pole with enough force to crack a man's skull. So I'm definitely not okay with not like losing sleep over that. But the way that you run in color guard is a jazz run, and I fucking hate the fact that I can still do that with a weird way. Don't like it. That I would take that back in a heartbeat.
Nice. Colonel, of course, asking a Colonel question. Would you cook for Colonel?
Yes, of course, buddy. You know that I'd come over and make you food. Every time he always is like, I'm so hungry, but I haven't eaten anything. I should probably get up and get food. And then we'd be like, get up and get food, Colonel. And he'd be like, no. So like if I were in sprinting distance of you, I would knock down your fucking door and make you food and then probably spoon feed you like a little baby bird.
There you go. Let's see. If you could move anywhere, where would you move right now?
Okay, this actually is a multifaceted question. If I would love to just move to anywhere with rights. Literally rights is what I'm asking for here. Ideally, the kind of answers that I would like. I would love to be able to move to England, specifically because my grandfather has an amazing house and I want it when he dies. So I figured if I took care of him in his old age, I might get it. So that would be cool. Moving to Germany would be really nice because it's illegal to be a Nazi there, unlike where I currently live. Hot take. We're talking politics now. Third option is move to Canada and cuddle Coda in real life.
It's too cold up there. Too cold.
I know, but that's why I would be spending the days in Coda's arms.
Do Berlin. Do Berlin.
Ooh, maybe.
Reese asks, "Hey Reese, asking, do you have any advice to drawing hands?"
Yes. Okay. I actually have. What you want to do is make a new layer for sketching purposes. Take a white pencil or whatever. This is assuming digital. If you're on digital, then make a new layer. Pick a white pen. Set an outline that is black. And then just like draw a box and your 5 lines for fingers and it will outline it for you, and that then draw over that, like set that to low opacity and draw over that. And that's my trick for drawing little hand shapes. Other than that, you just got to practice. The reason that I am so good at drawing hands is because I literally have an art piece that is like 90% hand. I think I can still find it. Hang on. Shout out to anybody who recognizes what the drawing is of specifically, but just draw a bunch of hands in a bunch of pictures and places and stuff. That's all there is to it, unfortunately, to everyone's dismay. Where the fuck did I hide this from myself? Oh, there it is. Hey, come here. Come here. Put that in the NHC chat. There we go. Just draw lots of hands.
There you go. Minnie asks, who do you think should get Gamiest Gamer? Me, Pepper, or Wired Vex? Eat shit fire.
Ooh, that's actually a really hard question, Minnie. That was a really hard question. I do see, I see all 3 of you in there a lot, but I think I might. Maybe it's just because you're more vocal, but I think I see you in there a little more often than I see like the other 2. Okay. But I think Wired Vex kind of comes in with like a more technical kind of dealy. So like I don't know. It's currently a toss up between the 3 of you in my mind. But like you might have my vote just because you're a little more seen. You're a little more known.
There you go, Minnie.
So good work.
Well, Minnie's never won it, and Wired Vex has never won a heli. So those are 2 good options.
Ooh, those are 2 good options.
Swift asks, favorite Imperial Dynasty era of China to learn about?
Okay, so Swift is in another server with me where I've not shut up about about Imperial China. So that's where that question's coming from. Ming is probably one of the more interesting ones to learn about, but also Tang. Like a lot of stuff was happening then, and those 2 things are separated by like a couple 100 years. So like. Also, Lord Buns just delivered me food because dinner's been ready for a hot minute.
Oh, that leads into my next question. Tell us something cute about Lucy Buns.
Oh, okay. So God, there's so many cute things. So he is an amazing cook, like really a lot better than me. But when we first moved in together, he really didn't like a lot of food and he had to try them all. So it was really fun introducing him to new foods. And now he's a little bit of a foodie and I love him. He also loves rattos, little ratto boys. He really likes small creatures like lizards and stuff. And like, we'll go out on a hike and I'll just turn around and he'll have his hands cupped and inside will be a lizard. He's just like, he's like that. And he's got the cutest little smile. I love when he smiles at me.
So cute.
Yeah.
NHC's fave couple. Colonel asks, favorite NHC campaign you've ran?
I'm gonna say Owls. I think.
Yeah.
Owls was supposed to be a collection of one shots. I need everybody to know that when I started Owls, that's what it was supposed to be, and it did not end up that way. It got out of my fucking hands. It got out of my control real fucking quick. Very. maybe I'll go back to that idea and do a collection of one shots. Who knows?
Gloria said, "Who's your favorite Rune Lord character? No, your hubby nor girlfriend can be picked."
Oh, my favorite Rune Lord, and I can't pick my husband, and I can't pick my girlfriend. Well, can I pick Xandergul? Because I do like him. He's kind of a iconic bitch. Like he's not my husband. My husband is Alexander, so I feel like I should be able to pick him. No, Sortion and Xander. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. From them, without including them, I'm gonna go Bel Marius. I don't have a great reason for it. She's got vibes and I like them.
There you go. Fire Demon asks, "Is there any NHC RP that you abandoned or finished that you would bring back?"
I'd love to bring back the flower RP, but I just don't think that it. I think it didn't take off, and I think there's a good reason for that. The space one, I did get a lot of people say, which was Infinity awaits us. I
Yes.
get a lot of people saying that they really enjoyed it, but also it was really, really hard to get that moving.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that hot chick that can kill me at any moment, Atlantis. Yeah, I did think her. I did think her, but like Bel Marius has got vibes. Like look at her. Also, Colonel cropped it in a way that you can't see. But one of the things I really like about Belmarius's design is that all of the fabric for her dresses is frayed and tattered. You like that's just such a good character, like from a character standpoint, that's so good. Like you can kind of see it around the collar of her dress. Anyways.
Colonel asks, favorite kind of food?
Favorite kind of food? I think Chinese food. Not even just like the Chinese food you can get at a Chinese place. I really like bao buns specifically, which you
Bao
can't get anywhere around
buns.
here. I have to like make them if I want them, or get my
Best.
fiance to make them.
The
I also
best.
like gyoza, which have a different name, I think, in
best.
Chinese, but they are the same thing.
The best.
Yeah, I really like.
What is Fire Demon asks, what is your most underrated art piece that you made in NHC that you can think of?
Ooh, underrated art piece is really hard to
Made a lot.
say. Probably, yeah, like I have made a lot of art, so you're
One that
really
you can-
giving me a hard
One
question.
that you can think of that you're like, oh, I wish this got more attention.
Oh God.
Or got a nomination.
There was one where I was like, it was actually the one that lost out to oh, it was the priesty boy, you know, the fucking holy pigeon. Where is he?
Oh, I think I
where's
do
my
remember
holy
this
pigeon?
picture. I think I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. Haniel. This one right
Yeah,
here.
Haniel,
Haniel, I spent 20 hours or something like that on this piece. Like I worked on that for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And you can't see it, but it is 4 times the size of my usual canvas, which is one of the reasons it spent so long. I had to do 3D modeling to try and get the background planned out. The lighting was insane and deranged, and I hate it. And the wings suck. I hate drawing feathers so fucking much, but that lost.
There you go.
Another one that I think should have got more attention is Ghost of a Swordsman, because again, this one I put a lot of fucking effort and shit onto. All of the fucking pinstripes on the fucking dress thing were hand drawn. Eat my ass. Like, give me love and money, please.
Colonel asks, why do we keep fire around still?
Because everybody likes a trophy like husband, wife, person.
Yep.
Like,
I love that.
pretty, like,
Easy. Love that.
yeah, pretty and easy. Yeah,
Pretty
how'd
and
you know?
easy. Final question. Who's your favorite best new member other than yourself?
Oh,
You got 2 in here.
yeah.
This is a mean question.
Oh wait, Gloria's one of them, right? Gloria won, right? Yeah, Gloria. Sorry, I was gonna say Swift, but then I was like, wait, Gloria, because it was just a fake joke about smooching Gloria and holding hands with Gloria.
There you go.
And, yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
Swift, I don't smooch you. You've got someone to smooch. You can be Jesse's favorite.
There you go. All right, we're gonna get you out of here, but first we're gonna do rapid fire. You ready?
Okay.
What are you terrible at?
Thinking of things I'm terrible at. Oh, expressing my emotions. Actually, fuck that.
What are you amazing at?
Um, deflecting with comedy.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Flirt with my best friends.
What's your least favorite thing to do?
Wash dishes.
Do I look gorgeous today?
Always, babe. Why do
Name
you think I keep drawing art of you?
name something you would set on fire.
Um, me. Hey, what you doing later, fire?
You have to pack up your stuff up today and go live with one Hellion. Who is it?
Colonel, he's got a house.
You have to switch lives and bodies with the one Hellion for a day. Who is it?
Um, oh. Who's got a working back right now? Roll call.
Which Hellion would you want to cook for you?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one. There's also really good cooks in our in the server. Uh, I can't think. I'm sorry. I don't know who's cooking right
It's okay.
now.
It's okay. You have to commission a portrait of yourself. Which Hellion do you hire to draw you?
Ooh, can I say Bird? Like Bird's
Sure.
painting is
Why not?
wild. I
Um,
also feel like Bird would draw me in a way that I would never think to draw myself. So
you're commissioning someone to write the story of your life. Who do you get to write your biography?
my first thought was Swift because Swift is an amazing writer. But then I thought about it for 2 seconds and I'm like, I don't actually want Swift to know all of the things about my life. Sorry, Swift. So, um, I think I'll have Coda do it, and then Coda can just keep out all of this stuff or like misspell it in such a way that nobody can figure out what it. Sorry, Coda.
Which Hellions are you taking on your zombie apocalypse team?
None, because I am dying instantly. It's the zombie apocalypse. I will be perishing within the first 15 minutes of the movie, possibly as like the first person to die. I do not want to be dealing with that for the rest of the fucking movie. Sorry, sorry, babes. I will be dying immediately.
What is your favorite word?
I really like the word cunt.
What's your least favorite word?
Help.
Why are video games so hard?
Babe, I do not know. But when you figure it out, you come tell me, because I'm going to fix it.
Why is anime so confusing?
It's not. Just watch the ones that I watch where, like, there's not a lot happening.
What is something you're obsessed with that everyone else should be obsessed with too?
Apothecary Diaries and Chinese Imperial Dynasties.
What noise or sound do you love?
Um, the sound of me and Coda meowing at each other for 20 to 30 minutes.
What noise or sound do you hate?
The sound of my fucking dehumidifier going off every 15 minutes.
What's your favorite smell?
Roses. So specifically, I like the roses when they're decaying.
What's your least favorite smell?
My cat's litter box, because she takes the nastiest fucking dumps.
What's your favorite?
Fucking stink missile.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably cunt, because I already said that one. That's my favorite word. It's a really good word. I like saying it.
What makes your brain tingle?
Lots of things. The sound, like the ASMR, like sound of like little poppings, like little poppy sounds, but not like the sound of something wet slapping against things that they try to put in places that they don't fucking belong, like squelching sounds. Fuck you. No, I'm talking about like pop, like the sound of bubble wrap type shit. Do not make your squelchy wet slime sounds at me. No.
What makes your brain shut down?
Good questions, apparently.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I currently do not have a profession, so just pay me and I'll show up.
What
I'd love to be like a writer or like something like an artist, like do actually professionally. Like this would be fun.
What profession would you not like to attempt?
Whatever the fuck Jesse does. I keep sending me horror stories about how like, oh yeah, the door just casually pierced 4 inches into a fucking package and I had to get a ladder to knock it down.
And finally, when you get to hell, what would you like Satan to say to you when you arrive at the fiery gates?
Kept your seat warm. I think that was the first thing that I said in the first interview we ever did together.
I think it was. Dio, you're a legend. It is undeniable. Everyone knows it. You are one of the biggest icons, the most talented, the most sexy, the most perfect. NHC is nothing without Dio. So we appreciate you
Oh,
being here. And do not let
babe.
800 years go by between the next interview, please. So
No,
we don't have a
actually,
three and a half.
I'm about to be like, hey, Fire. So next year, let's just schedule it now.
Great. I'm putting you down right now. You are second after
'Cause
Max. There we go.
I really thought that it had not been that long. I really thought, Fire. I really thought.
Yes. So congratulations. And where can folks find you in the server?
I've been spending a lot of time in the TTRPG district. I want to get back into the RP district really, really badly, but like I keep getting intimidated. I don't know. I'm not like a shy person usually. Okay, that's a fucking lie. I'm the shyest person you guys will ever meet. If you ever see me in real life, I will not say two words to you and I will not make direct eye contact. I am safe behind my computer screen right now. I'm so shy, and like I keep getting intimidated. It took me like 4 days to send in a character sheet for Max's RP.
We
So
need
if you
to.
guys want to do an RP, like, and you think that I might want to be in it, you know, just yeah.
We need to interact, by the way, and live in large. Side note. Great. And
I do, yeah.
where else can folks find you, just in general?
Um,
Is that it?
yeah, that's kind of it. I've got social medias. I'm like never on them. However, if you find me on Blue Sky or whatever, and you actually like give me a reason to be there, I will be there for you.
Awesome.
But mostly just Discord. Discord's the only thing. I use this every day. I'm here every day. I'm always here. If you ever need me, you can ping me. NHC and Coda server are the two servers that I do not have muted, and I check every day. Every time there's a message in any of the channels that I do not have permanently muted, I do see it, by the way. I do look.
3.5 hours. Tell the kids bye. Good job.
Bye!